Welcome one and all, Alan Robson with you. It's the Night Owls, of course, and we have a glorious show for you tonight. It is going to be the happiest, funniest, daftest, craziest, most crack-earing show that you've ever heard upon your life. So, get ready to be impressed. This is essentially my audition tape for anybody who wants to hire a phone-in presenter, because I'm here and available. However, we also have an idea that if it comes off, will change the face of British radio. So keep watching. If nothing happens, you know it hasn't worked. If it does, you'll be reading about it in your daily newspaper. So get ready for that. Get ready for better things ahead. We have a podcast starting. I think it's gone online tonight. And that will be available from you every single week. You'll get a new podcast, so watch out. We're on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram. You can stay up to date with what I'm doing by searching for the following pages. Night Owls Ghost Hunts. Every week we're going to be ghost hunting across the northeast and beyond. You can watch them every Sunday night at 9. And if you become a supporter, you can watch them live. The warts and all, no edits mix, where you see all the mistakes we make. And there'll be a weekly video chat with me and the team, so you can speak to us if you become a supporter. We'll all be in it together, which is good. Robson's World, of course. We've got all of the greatest shows and the greatest work I've ever done, decorating those pages with photographs, ghost galleries, and, of course, there's an emporium on there as well. So get decked out and look as ridiculous as I do. 0191 488 3188. We are taking calls. But the last time that I was contractually ended, a whole bunch of weird and strange people came on the show.
Hey Al, I just want to say, wow, 40 odd years and it's coming to an end. Congratulations and good luck in whatever you choose to do next. And thanks for introducing me to Newcastle United at the Leeds end all those years ago. All the best, mate. Well done. Thanks.
There you go, Alan Shearer. And we also, of course, have the glamorously decorated rear and tremendously talented front of our Cheryl.
Hi, Alan. It's Cheryl. I just wanted to say a personal thank you from me for all of the years of iconic Night Owls. I'll never forget laying with me Nana, aged 4, 5, 6, listening to Night Owls, loving it. Even just the tone of your voice still to this day can take me right back to me childhood, and that nostalgia is priceless. You're literally the voice of Newcastle. You have been for decades. You'll be remembered forever. And yeah, congratulations on such an amazing career, and good luck and best wishes going forward. Lots and lots of love.
Bless her. And Ian Payne from Tyne Tees, would you believe it?
Alan, how are you? It's Ian Payne here from ITV Tyne Tees. To my shame, I have never been a first-time caller, but I've been a many, many times listener, my friend. I first came to the North East in 1986. I was a student at Newcastle Poly, and I was in digs in Whitley Bay, 300 miles from home. A little bit homesick in those first few weeks, and late at night I would scan the radio to find something to listen to, and very early on I discovered Night Owls. I want to say thank you to you, Alan, for being a comforting voice and a listening ear to so many people over the years. And I'd like to thank all of the Night Owls as well, because I think it was their voices, their stories, their characters, their accents, their openness that made me realise what a fine set of people and characters and qualities we are in this part of the world. I fell in love with the North East, and I've made it my home ever since. Of course, our paths have crossed, Alan, occasionally at Tyne Tees Telly. I suspect our paths will cross again. I reckon we haven't heard the last of the Flashing Blade. Good luck, my friends. All the very best.
Cheers, Ian. Damn tootin'. Then, of course, there's somebody that we go ghost hunting with who is not really famous. He's kind of more infamous. It's Kenny D.
Hi, I'm Kenny. One of the biggest challenges that I had with Alan was Halloween. We went to the Bourne Cathedral, Czech Republic. Even travelling there was an eye-opener for me. And then he said, we're going to this Bourne Cathedral at midnight. So we went to this place, the taxi driver took us there, and then departed and left just me and Alan there. So literally, he was inside, I was in the graveyard, looking at all these gravestones with people's pictures on, knowing that they were buried there. And you could actually see bones through the tops of the soil on these gravestones because they'd been built and buried on top of each other, which was really strange. Alan had been in there twice already, and he was fried, and I knew he was because it was one of them experiences. It was the weirdest thing we've ever had. And to see 40,000 skulls piled up to the roof, and then the whole cathedral made of human bones, even the chandeliers, every single bone in the human body was in there. And to be part of that at Halloween, you have to be there to experience it, because you can look at pictures of it, you can read about it, but actually be there on Halloween has got to be one of them pinnacles of your life where you think, I've made it now. But honestly, it was so scary as well. And I remember Alan having to run out of there. We came out, we couldn't get back to the hotel because obviously a taxi driver had left us. He was too scared. So we had to walk for miles to the nearest pub, find someone who could speak English, and then from there we had to order a taxi and get back to the safety of the hotel. I will never forget that night as long as I live. And as I say, you have to remember, there's no one else in radio or broadcasting doing this kind of thing. He is unique, doing ghost hunts, doing the whole occult thing and exploring it and seeking out things that no one else will. So that's why it's probably the best radio, not in the Northeast, but in the UK.
Mind you, I do take exception to the word probably. 01914 888 3188. We will be taking some calls, but I guarantee you we got an awful lot to get through and stuff that you would love. But there's still one or two more of these. Kenny would appreciate the man that follows him, Sir John Hall.
Alan Robson, the lad. And I've known him for a lot of years because I've had a long association with the local commercial radio station, which Alan's part of. And he helped us very, very much in the early days of the Metro Centre. I watched his career development. I'm delighted for him that he's, finally getting the recognition which he's looked for. He's a great lad.
That's great. And Gabby Logan.
Alan Robson, the Flashing Blade, you were an institution the whole time that I was at Durham University, and then when I started working for Metro FM and actually got to park my little Fiat Panda next to your, I think it was a Ford Probe, in the car park, they were halcyon days for me. And to be able to work in a station with somebody with your incredible reach, experience, warmth, and just that innate sense of who you were talking to, that was a real lesson, I think, for any young rookie radio presenter, to connect in the way that you did, to be able to pull stories from people and give people the time and the energy that you did was just a masterclass. Alan, you are a legend of the Northeast, and thank you for everything that you've done.
Yes, and the most important people on Night Owls, we've had every star under the sun and moon on the show, but the most important people, it's you guys, it's you lot.
Hi, it's Dawn from Newbiggin. I remember when Night Owls got me through a particularly bad time in the year 2000 when my dad died. Thank you to Night Owls for getting me through that particular night.
Hello, Alan. I'll be short. It's Doc here. I've been listening to you from 38 years ago when I used to be a little doctor doing night doctor service, and I still love listening to you. Love your humour, love your candour, love your honesty, love your bravery. Cheers.
Hello,
bye-bye.
Alan. George here at Lancaster. You are the Night Owl. Nobody else could do it, mate. More power to your elbow.
It's Mike from Sunderland, Alan. All the best. There's many, many memories. But one of my funniest ones that actually made us cry well after was Neil and Linda, and Neil won Night Owl of the Year. All the best to you and the team.
Oh, what a night! Ladies and around 63. Oh, the very special time for me. And I remember what a night. Do 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 do
And of course, one of our Night Owl girls, you'll be hearing from a few more of them later on.
Hi Alan, it's Emma Norbury. I had a great time surfing with you for the sort of 3 or 4 years that I was on Night Owls, and I'll never forget my time there. I'll never forget you humiliating me on air on a weekly basis, tickling my feet on air, and doing Chillingham Castle. It was an amazing experience. Also Amsterdam. Who could forget that when I got a little bit seasick, let's say. So yeah, I just wanted to say thanks for all the memories.
Yeah, there you go. Emma, now, for those of you, we did this live trip where I decided to take all the Night Owl girls as a thank you to Amsterdam. And, of course, a fellow presenter by the name of Wayne took everybody to a sex show, which was the least sexy thing I've ever seen in my life. And, of course, we went on one of the canal boats. You treat everybody to a lovely trip. But I took them to the pub first, and Nobes there, who was just on Emma, she wasn't well at all and sprayed pretty much the entire deck. Which is... we're not exactly carrying the flag into Europe right there. But one of the most regular things that people ask on Night Owls is the Wayne stuff. Now, I know some of the Wayne stuff's going to be on Robson's World soon. A 6-hour special in Hanover and etc. However, I got some classics. Now, it became a bit of a to and fro, the whole Wayne thing, because he would play a practical joke on me and I'd have to get him back. And I flooded his house once. He stole my car when I was on holiday. It was a lot of... It started off being fun, but it got to be a bit scary for both of us. So I decided, instead of calling him and setting him up, I would give him a treat as a thank you for putting up with my jibes. I told him that I was going to send him to a spa. It was, in fact, colonic irrigation. This is what happened.
I'm going to get on the bed. She's flipping lubing it up. What's that you're putting on it?
Hemorrhoid cream.
Oh my God!
we don't think you've got hemorrhoids, but it has an anaesthetic, so it relaxes the bottom.
It's just a lubricant.
Oh, I love
That's bigger than my thumb, love, that is. Listen, promise me one thing. At the end of it, I can wash it and give it Alan as a present.
No. I'll give you a sterile one to take back for Alan.
No, I want the real one.
I'll probably wash it and melt it and you can take it home.
Okay, so you're going to get prepared. I'm going to get on the bed and... Alan.
And panic.
What the hell has this got to do with a bloody princess? What do you mean, princess? Did Princess Di have this done?
Yes.
I said I was going to treat him like a princess, and he said, oh, he got really excited. So when he got there, he discovered he was going to be lubed. So we lubed him, and when he was colonically irrigated with the tube up where the sun don't shine, we of course played it out live.
So what I want you to do, Wayne, is be as relaxed as you most possibly can. The more relaxed you are, the better the colonic will get. Ooh, ooh.
Ah!
That's in.
Ah, I must admit, I was, yeah. Ah.
He's a star. Right, I'm now attaching the water hose.
Oh, hang on, sorry, can I have just a minute? That did hurt me a bit. Was it because I wasn't relaxed?
You weren't relaxed enough. You're tense in your bottom too. It does go off.
And that was only as big as a thumb.
Big as a thumb.
I've got to say.
You frighten people off.
No. No. It was all my fault because I was tensing there, but I sort of feel sorry for women who are childbirth.
Oh dear. And it went on, and then there was the explanation of all the bits falling out of the other. Oh dear me. It was an absolute adventure. We've got a night full of incredible clips. We're going to, as I say, be taking a few calls, not loads, but certainly a few. And the music that I've selected tonight all has special meaning. I'm going to start... Oh, I tell you what. You know, when I mentioned it, loads of people had said hi, and a lot of them were very famous people. I forgot this lot. And on the back end, I'll play a song by Joe Cocker. Now, Joe Cocker came up, and I hosted a gig for him with Tina Turner at Gateshead International Stadium. You might have been there. We did loads of stadium gigs back in the day. Springsteen, Bowie, Rolling Stones, Bob Dylan, lots of big Queen, a lot of big stars. And Joe Cocker heard the phone in. Night Owls. He thought I was saying Night Calls, and he named his next album Night Calls, put a song together about people calling late at night, and he put a Bryan Adams song down that sums up exactly what I want to remain being in your life for the next 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, who knows, till I fall off me perch. So that Joe Cocker song, and every word of every song we play tonight has a very, very special meaning. But we can't miss a couple of fans that, well, were with me pretty much from the very beginning.
Hi Alan, Alan Deck here. Now let us take you back to the year 1975. It was a great year.
It was a great year. It was the year that we were born.
No, it was the year that Night Owl started on Metro Radio.
Wow. It's the end of an era.
It really is.
An end of wonderful nights of listening. We both listened as
avid listeners.
As
we were.
Young men growing up in the northeast.
Did you ever call in? I always tempted to call in.
I called in once.
Did you?
Yeah, I did call in once.
Was he good?
I was a long time listener, but a first time caller. I was very nervous. But Alan put me at ease, as he does with all the people that call in and all of his listeners. And you will be greatly missed.
You will. You're a genuine northeast legend. You really are. And the show was fantastic.
We will miss you, but I'm sure this isn't the end of Alan Robson.
Oh, no.
But we will miss Night Owls, as will many other people in the northeast. But we want to say thank you.
Thank you very much.
For all you've done for all of your listeners over the years.
And best of luck for the future.
Now, as I said, we have a lot of very cool things. Like, do you remember the time it was a Halloween? We went to Killip Leadmine and one of the Night Owl girls saw a ghost.
Don't stay too far behind us, please. There's a big, massive wooden wheel. The water wheel. It's huge. Massive, like the mine opens up and it goes really high, and that's all that's in this part. But coming back out now, where are you? I thought you were down there.
Why?
Because I've just seen I thought you were there.
You've just seen what?
A black figure go through the wall.
You're kidding me?
No.
Seriously?
I thought you were there. I've just seen a black figure go through, because I thought there was a door there. I'm actually hitting the face.
Forget imagination stuff. You saw, because I was at the opposite end of this corridor. You walked out the door. And I was to your right. That's to your left.
No, I thought you were there.
And you saw a black figure. Could you make out? Was it a man? Was it a woman?
Just like the back of someone walked through the. I thought it was a door. Jesus Christ!
Hang on. Follow the sound. Go back in.
I don't want to.
Follow the sound.
Come with us.
I'll come with you. Yeah. We got a whole batch of those with us on Robson's World for you, including the Yeti show has just been released on there. Jackie's with us, though. We're taking calls. Jackie is with us in Ponteland. Hello, Jackie.
Hello, Alan. I'm a first-time caller. I'm so nervous.
Brilliant. Thank you.
Absolutely amazing. Just to listen to your voice.
Thank you, Dan.
It's just so sad. I think it's the last show.
It is, but we'll be back in another incarnation and we'll take it further. The adventure continues. Don't worry. We'll find a way.
Yeah. But I'm definitely going to be a supporter and join your Facebook channel.
Excellent. That'll be great.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for that. It's as much as people can do at the moment, but we'll be building. It's a good place to keep up with all the information of what's happening, because there'll be a few different things kicking off, hopefully. So thank you very much.
Legend, darling.
Well, thank you. How long have you listened then, Jack?
Oh, well, I'm 50 now.
Right.
And I used to listen in bed when I was with my parents, so you're talking 35 years.
Hey, well, thank you very much for doing that. That's loyal, steadfast and true. It's what we always ask for, and we're always grateful when we get it. So thank you very much, Jackie.
Thanks so much, Alan.
Bless you, love. Bye-bye. Oh, that's just nice. Now, Night Owls has reverberated in all different kinds of circles. Now, Graham Norton's show on a Saturday, I know a lot of you like and enjoy. On one occasion, Cheryl was on there with Ross Noble, with Katy Perry, and Graham Norton himself, and they got talking about what everybody's talked about, and that is, of course, the Night Owls. Have a listen.
Did you get that idea from the time you got everyone to phone? Was it a radio station in Newcastle you got
Yes,
to phone?
it was, and I bet you know who this is. Do you know the Flashing Blade?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, the Flashing...
He's a real Geordie!
Yeah. Flashing Blade, there was a phone-in show, and I got the audience like about 500 people, all to say that they'd seen an alligator loose in Heaton Park, in fact. It was in Heaton Park. And they all phoned in this radio station, and it was brilliant. People just going, Alan, my dog went into some bushes, and there was some rustling, and it come back, and there was just the lead. Just the lead. My dog's gone. And they were just ringing in going, aye, what cat got snapped. And the trouble was, it got out of control, and it made all the papers. And my mum rang me up and just went, you've gone too far this time. And then it's turned into this legend that there was an alligator loose in the park.
I really believe that. Is that not true?
That's me. I completely started it. But the worst thing was, about 6 months later, I was watching Pet Rescue on Channel 4, and they went, and today we have a Pet Rescue special with the Teesside Reptile Society, who are spending the weekend looking for an alligator. And there was these blokes just in waders, just on this horrible winter's day, poking the river like that, just careful in case it snaps at you. And I'm sat at home going, oh God.
How old were you?
I was, it was last week. It wasn't that long ago.
There you go, brilliant stuff. Now, I promised you we were going to be talking about love, because it is frankly still the most important thing in life. So, we had a caller called Young Elvis. He actually called fairly recently to this show. Now, I had with me, I was on some foreign island doing a show, and I had the lady from the tourist board next to me. Now, we didn't have any hookup like we have at the moment, so you can watch me on YouTube or Facebook or whatever. It was just me talking to this woman, and Young Elvis rang up and said, oh, she sounds really attractive. She sounds really sexy, this woman that I was sitting with. And I decided to play a trick on Young Elvis, and I would play an incredibly romantic piece of music if he mentioned anything remotely sexy. Okay? This is how it went. Did you say Romania?
Yes, I did say Romania.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, I've just realised as well, that lass.
Don't talk about my lady love as that lass.
Did that actually really happen?
I can tell you that I had the honour of introducing her to Paolo and also to my host, Erica, who's sitting next to me.
Hello, Erica.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Careful, you'll be trying getting your pants any minute soon.
No, that's Alan.
I can confirm it's true.
There you go, she's lovely.
I thought so.
Can I just say that, do you want me to describe her for you?
If she's beautiful, that's all I want to know.
Oh, she's beyond that.
Good.
She moves just out of beautiful into...
Hospital patients are being treated... What?
Nothing. Carry on. I just loved you. You did the little side shimmy that Elvis did, and then you went the other way. It was brilliant. Go for it.
Hospital patients are being treated in mop cupboards and storerooms, it is revealed today. They are left in dirty conditions with no privacy, says a survey of nurses. 2 out of 3 questions claim that patients in their hospitals were moved to I've actually cut off half the word.
So they were moved to
non-clinical areas because of ward overcrowding.
That's very good. Well saved.
I know. Phew.
No, don't say that. It's a rude word.
Oh man, I'm not soothing, you know. I said phew, not foof.
You said it again.
Phew. Okay. like that. Right.
Did you say foof?
I said phew.
Oh.
I need to watch what I'm saying. I need to watch what I'm saying. You need to watch what you're doing.
Right. Right, carry on. Go on, Elvis. Go, Elvis.
Right, I've got one more newsy bit.
All right.
Hurt by Jug Spirit. Now, this is probably the funniest one. When
Did
it
you
was
say
when I read it.
Did you say spirit? I can't just say that last bit wasn't true, but it was funny. Oh God! If she heard that, that's it. It's over before it begins. Oh, I'm crying there, Elvis. Oh, brilliant! We've had some grins on our chops. Emily's with us in North Shields. Hi, Emily.
Hi, Alan.
Hello, darling. What can we do for you tonight?
I'm just trying to say thank you so much for all these years of entertainment.
Ah, bless you. Thank you. Well, thank you for listening. If you were at the other end, it would have been a waste of time. So thank you.
I've been listening since the early 90s.
Right.
I used to stay over at my nana's house when I was probably about 5 or 6.
Oh, wow.
We used to get tucked up in bed, and I used to have to be quiet, keep my mouth shut, so that you could hear every word you were saying.
Excellent. That's sweet.
And I've listened to you ever since.
Fabulous.
So thank you so much.
The weird thing is, you would think if your mum and dad were listening, and that tended to be the tradition, everybody listened, because this was a time before telly in bed and Netflix and all that kind of stuff.
Oh, definitely.
But you would have thought if it was what your mum and dad were listening to, it's the last thing you would listen to.
Well,
but everybody got into it. It's very cool that happened. So thank you. Tremendous.
Well, thank you very much, and I wish you the very best of luck in the future. And I hope that you can get the show going on another platform somewhere.
Absolutely.
That would be great.
We shall find a way. Don't you worry. But thank you very much for joining us.
Everything crossed, and best of luck to you. And thank you.
Thank you, darling. I appreciate it. Thank you. Tremendous. Oh, now, not always do things work out, right? And here's a couple of examples. Now, the first example is one of the charity games I played in. I was at St James's Park, and they put me in goal, which is okay because goalkeeper was my position. And disaster struck. I ended up getting smacked in the jaw, kicked in the face, and I broke both bones in my arm. And at half-time, I put a sling on, and I played the second half outfield. But Pam Royal and the folks on the telly were not exactly charitable. This is how they put it.
Alan Robson is as strong as Pavarotti's girdle, and tonight he's bravely shuffling behind the faders again, despite a swollen jaw, which looks as bad as Elton John's toupee, and a broken arm, which has had more smashes than Dire Straits. Last night, Alan scored an unexpected hit in the celeb match at St James. He was in goal because, quite frankly, he's not much cop elsewhere. And boy, did he cop it.
Apparently, talking to the people that were waving the sponges about at the touchline, they heard the crack at the other end of the stadium. And at the time, I must admit, I thought it was the jaw, because it felt very puddeny, and it started to swell directly under the chin. You could feel that. I knew that I'd landed badly on the hand, and I was beginning to lose the ability to catch the ball. I was trying to catch it with one hand.
He still had him. I noticed the injuries to his jaw didn't affect his ability to talk.
Must go on. Thanks, Pam. And that's not the worst of it. I've had death threats galore over the time by anybody that I paid off, really. There was a thing in Durham Prison where one of the warders said, when Alan got on about crime and punishment, there was a thing that in the prison they called the Robson Rumble, where everybody was effing and blinding about me right the way down, listening to their radios. But probably the dodgiest one, I did a show on the outskirts of Milan. We did a TV show, Scariest Places on Earth, and I only agreed to do the show provided I could still do Night Owls a little bit earlier on, because we moved to the west. The east. We moved to the east. We were in Italy, obviously. So we were on a little bit later. And the show ended after 3 hours, 10 minutes instead of 4 hours. And the reason for that was I did something a little naughty. The guy who owned the cathedral and the stately home that we were in, a place called Lucadio, he said to us, look, you can go into the desecrated cathedral that had an image on the ceiling of the devil surrounded by ghastly cherubs. Instead of heaven, in other words, they'd put hell on the ceiling. And they used to hold black magic rituals in there. And in the desecrated cathedral, behind the altar where the cross was upside down, they had buried the bodies of the monks, but not until they'd mutilated them. They decapitated all of the monks. And in the pit, behind the cross, was heads in like mummified wraps, arms cut off, legs cut off, the torso there of about 25, 30 monks. And as soon as he told me, don't go down where the bodies of the monks are, I instantly knew that I would not be able to stop myself, so I went down into that cellar with the desecrated and mutilated bodies of the monks were. Well, he caught me, eventually. Well, he didn't catch me. I went down, did the whole thing. About an hour and a half later, he heard that I'd been down a hole, and if you're Italian, you'll understand exactly what he said. If you're not Italian, you'll know exactly what he said.
Tu adesso esci di qua immediatamente.
Look, I'll find...
Bastardo! Vai fuori da questo posto! Come ti sei permesso?
Right, essentially he was saying, well, why didn't you ask for permission, son? And it ended up with the show ending rather earlier than it should. However, we need a quick break. We're back with some of the best and the classic and the most tremendous. Linda's with us. She's in Dunstan. Hello, Linda.
Hello, Alan. I want to have a first-time caller, but you know for a fact I'm not.
I do, absolutely.
Alan, I had the phone tonight. I missed the first show. Well, I've only missed 4 since the very beginning. I was in A&E last Sunday, and I'm still in hospital now.
Oh, blame me.
But I had to phone because this show has meant the world to me. The night owls, I've laughed, I've cried. The team are absolutely amazing. You know, they're always there, and you've been the glue that's held us all together.
Thank you.
And honestly, I cannot express in words what this show has meant to me and what you and the team and all of the outside mean. Honestly, I'm gutted. I'm absolutely gutted.
Well, we'll be back. Just keep listening. We'll find a way to make it happen. That's what we intend to do.
I've still got your site, you know, and I've still got me what you call it on a Friday night.
Lovely.
You know, the ghost hunts, but it's it's like an end of an absolute era. I can't remember a time I didn't listen to you.
Right. Well, that's a huge compliment. Thank you very much, Linda. And
you know,
when are you going to get out of there? More importantly,
Oh, God knows. I didn't think I thought. I mean, I was shocked when they sent us in, but apparently my kidneys weren't working, so heaven knows. Right. But I'm going to be absolutely fine. I'll stay in here another 2 weeks, and then you could keep you on for another 2 years.
Well, we'll just find another way to get out there and do it. That's what we intend to do. So.
Yes. Well, whatever you do, I'll be there. And honestly, thank you.
No, thanks for being on the other end. Thanks, Linda.
You take care.
Get out of there when you can. Oh, my goodness, awful. So, okay, now, I know it's very easy to slide into melancholy. That ain't happening tonight, I'm telling you. But sometimes there's just things you've got to do. Now, 99 times out of 100, if ever we went to visit somebody who was poorly, we would never record it and play it, but because this guy came on air all of the time, and a lot of people were saying, how's Stan doing? Paolo, who was my producer at the time, and I decided to pay him a visit. And this just kind of gives an idea of what it felt like on the other 5,000 to 10,000 visits that I made behind the scenes during that time. Now, we're in the car park here of the nursing home where Stanley from Gosforth is. I wouldn't have said this was even Gosforth, but this is where we're at.
I'm lost. I don't know where we are.
We're kind of Kentney. We're more Kentney.
Okay.
But we're doing this as a bit of a surprise because we came up once to see him, didn't we? With mob-handed, there was about a dozen of us.
Yeah, that's
to give
right.
him a big surprise. When we got here, they said, "Oh, he's in hospital," which heart's sinking. But it's his birthday today, so we brought him a few presents. Hopefully, he'll be here. Apparently, his sister was coming up to spend some time with him. Let's go and see Stan.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Hello.
We're here to see Stan if he's still.
Hello. That's a nice surprise.
Hello, you're right.
I'm fine, thank you.
Good to see you.
He'll be really pleased to see you.
I hope so.
That's Stanley.
Hi, Steve.
Hello, mate, you alright?
What?
Somebody special come to see you?
Who's that?
It's me, Alan Robson. Hello, Stanley.
Hello, mate.
I'm good.
Oh, I'm glad you came. I wanted to ask you last night. Oh, God,
well, we
mate.
did promise that when we missed you the last time when you were in hospital that
Yeah.
we'd managed to get a chance to come back and catch
man,
up with you.
God bless you, mate.
Though it's just a flying visit, but we got you some presents as well. I know you like your music, so I've got you the best of Vera Lynn, who's just got a new album out. An album of like jazz music, some Cliff, some Tony Christie, and the best of Jim Reeves.
Oh,
so
thanks.
I don't know whether that's your taste or not, but a little present for you.
Yeah, thank you, mate.
So yeah, they're waiting for your Chinese food downstairs, I gather.
Yeah, you stopping for Chinese, are you?
No, I can't do that. I'll be going back to work, but just you enjoy it. That's the main thing. Anyway, Paolo's with me today, so...
Hello, Stan.
Hello.
Yeah, hi.
Hiya, mate.
Happy birthday.
Yeah, thank you.
I bet that's made your day.
It has made my day. It really has made my
That's
day.
good. Now we're glad.
All right. Do you know, before you go, right, your programme helps so many people.
Well, bless you.
And, do you know, I sit here all day and I listen to my radio, and that's my constant companion.
Yeah.
And I tune it into, Night Owl, when you're on.
Good.
But I would like to say that if I can help out in any, small, minute way, some other people, I'll be only too pleased to do so.
Well, that's lovely of you to say, but you know that you help them by taking their minds away from all of their problems when you come on and say whatever it is you want to say. That's how it works. So you're helping people every day because they forget about their problems because they hear about yours or mine or the next caller's. That's how it works.
Well, I try to cheer people up, not make them worse.
You always do. You've got the dodgiest sense of humour of anybody I think I've ever met.
Yeah.
But that's all right.
And I don't tell any more jokes that ruins your programme.
That was a fact. It was bringing it down, Stanley. It was bringing it down. But you've learnt your lesson.
Yeah.
It's good stuff. Everybody loves you, Stan. And as I say, we just wanted to come and play a little tiny part of your birthday. But go downstairs, get your Chinese food. If I can leave these with one of you, and hopefully you can enjoy them across the weeks and months.
They're bringing the Chinese food up, I hope.
Oh, they're bringing it up? Oh, that's lovely then.
They're going into the dining room.
Stanley, we'll put Vera Lynn on. Shall we?
Yeah.
Okay, let's shake my hand.
Yeah.
Stanley, bless your heart.
I shake your hand with extreme pleasure, mate.
Well, bless you.
And what about Papa?
Steve, well,
I'm here
as well. He'll give you some.
Great to see you.
Yeah, and so how's your trumpet playing going?
Not too bad. It wasn't great the other day, was it?
I'm going to say, no, it sounded bloody awful.
Well, thank you.
I should give him a note from school. He's trying hard.
Stanley, he's blushing.
I am embarrassed.
He's trying hard, but his bagpipe playing was better.
That was good, and the drums were good.
The drums were very good.
Yeah, it's just the trumpet needs some work. I accept that.
He can't play everything, he does his best.
Would you give Neil, I know I never met him, my fondest regards?
Of course I will.
And I think he's a terrific guy,
He's a nice guy.
He's
a star too. But you stay well.
Thanks a lot.
You take care. Have a happy birthday, Stanley.
Yeah. Thank you for coming. You've really made my day.
Thanks, ladies, for putting
Happy birthday.
And you, Pablo. Bye-bye.
Thanks very much. All the best. Ta-ra.
Just lovely. And it was a couple of days just before that. I mean, literally 3 or 4 days that he'd had amputations. And sadly, he wasn't with us too much longer after that. But very special kind of guy. Anyway, onwards and upwards. Just before we talk to Gary, I decided to take a Scottish band called Leminescent to Chillingham Castle.
going in the distance now. It's like going away over there.
I know. I can hear people behind us as well. But that's... Oh, it's moving. It's coming.
Yeah, we kind of got known for that a bit. We've got so many other things to share with you, and of course, a lot of you guys doing hilarious things. However, Gary's with us, and he's in London. Hi, Gary.
Good evening, Alan. Hey, what incredible memories listening to Stanley there.
Yeah, brilliant.
It's truly amazing to think about all the memories we've had. Alan, I've actually prepared something to say to you because I wanted to sum up a couple of things, and I didn't want it to feel too maudlin, as you say. You know, it's a time of congratulations. So here we go.
Let's have it.
Congratulations to Britain's most listened to. Well, I'm originally from Cramlington, and I've never known a world without night owls. And you uttering that famous phone number, 0191 488 3188. When I was born, you were on the air in the background. And even living down south through the power of the internet, you're still a must listen. I feel lucky to be a listener, a caller, and I was even a guest on your show a few years back. The endless nights listening to you was a real comfort to me when I was lonely, and those who are lonely now. The millions of pounds that you have found for charity through incredible achievements, incredible challenges that not just you, but your incredible Night Owls team have put together along with us. And I'm sure you'll always remember the lives that you've saved. And I'm not just talking about the ones who you have saved on air, as we've all heard, but also the people who, just by you being there, you've helped them believe that they should stay for another day. And that's because of your love and your care. The living legacy of the Night Owls will be the community you've built. Good radio, as they say, is feeling like the presenter is speaking to you and you alone. And Alan, that sums you up. You made so many lonely figures feel like they had a true friend who understood, who could guide, and who genuinely cared. Now, we've laughed together, we've got mad together, we've cried together, seen weddings and divorces, and some of your weddings and divorces, Alan. And we've said goodbye to night owls who've been taken home to the other side, as Joe Cocker would say, and said hello to so many night owl babies too. As a Night Owls family, we haven't always agreed all the time, but you created a forum and a home for discussion, debate and chat, which comes so easy and always civilized and thoughtful. And my final thought for you, Alan, and I feel honoured to be on your final broadcast here on the Metro TFM, kind of moving on to Greatest Hits Radio, is how lucky we are. How lucky we are to have lived in a time when you were on air. There were broadcasters who tried being Night Owls presenter before you, Alan, and they're still on air to the nation. I'm thinking of one in particular who's on a national radio station. But they can never compare because your love for the people and the culture of the Northeast is unparalleled. How lucky we are to have a brother, an uncle, a father figure. You're a member of my family and so many other people's families, and you always will be. I really hope someday soon we'll be addressing you by your deserved title, which is Sir Alan Robson. And before I leave you, I would love to know, if you can pick one, your greatest achievement.
Oh, blimey. Finding love. That's it.
And you've brought that love to us as well, Alan. You've made me feel like I have a connection to so many wonderful people. And to be honest, you felt like an uncle, a father figure to me too. So congratulations, Alan. And here is to a wonderful, wonderful future. I'm excited to see what comes next.
Me too. Thanks very much, Gary. Bless you, man.
A pleasure.
You. Cheers. Oh, good gracious. Right, we said no maudlin. Let's not be maudlin. Now, not so very long ago, it feels like forever. Can you remember when Blazing Squad were like the big band that everybody loved? I managed to get some tickets, and I said on air, I've got some tickets. And loads of people said, I'm the biggest fan. And one girl in particular said, I'd do anything for Blazing Squad tickets. Now, this is a long call, but it's worth it in so many ways. I will do anything.
I will, yeah.
Anything.
Anything?
What are you wearing?
My pyjamas.
Perfect.
Oh, God.
Right. Everybody at home says, get in, Alan. Make her suffer. I will. What have you got in your kitchen? Because what I need you to get for me now, I might even take another break to let you do this.
Hold on, I'm just going down the stairs.
Are you on a mobile?
Yeah.
Oh, that's very cool and groovy.
Do you want to say hi to my mum and dad? Oh, well, they were in the living room. I don't know what they
Oh, you'll be finding your dad soon for one of these. But just before that, I want you to find some sellotape. Have you got any sellotape in your house?
Sellotape. Right, hold on.
Go and get some sellotape.
Right, I've got some sellotape.
I want you to go into the... That's the sellotape, I hear it. Yeah. I want you to go into the kitchen. Have you got an onion?
An onion? Oh, God, I don't know. I might have to go into the garage.
In the garage?
Yeah.
How damp is it in there that you're growing onions?
I've got a red onion.
That'll do. Red onion's cool. Have you got that there?
Yep.
Okay, take that with you. I need a very large glass of water.
Right.
Okay.
Hold on.
And I want you to keep them handy. You're going to need to be downstairs for all of these. Where's your toilet?
Well, I don't know. It depends which one you want. There's one downstairs, there's one upstairs, and there's one in my mum and dad's bedroom. Take a pick.
Okay, which is the dirtiest one that everybody uses? You know, even strangers. You know, like the window cleaner when he's cold short and things.
Probably the downstairs
Downstairs,
one.
okay, that's the one. That's the one we go for, then.
All right, then.
Okay, first of all, your first challenge. Are you ready to fulfill?
2 seconds. I'm just filling up the glass with water.
Okay, well, just leave that on the side for now.
Okay, then.
Amy from Ashington. What road do you live on?
Otterburn Drive.
Otterburn Drive. So if you live on Otterburn Drive, at some point, keep the radio on, but be ready to look out your front door and look out your window, because something will happen at some point during the 7 challenges of Robson that will allow you to see Amy from Ashington on Otterburn Drive. Amy, are you ready to fulfill the challenges?
I am, yep.
Okay, let's go to it. The first challenge is to scream and holding the note for precisely 15 seconds.
Right.
I'll give you 3 seconds to suck in enough air. 15 seconds is a long time, and you've got to scream as loud as you can.
You really want to hear me scream?
Absolutely. I want to make sure your neighbours hear you scream, and you have 15 seconds.
Do you want to go outside, like?
No, you do this one.
Right.
This one's in the house.
Okay.
3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. You fulfilled the first challenge.
Nice one.
Only 6 to go.
Okay.
The next challenge.
My mum's sitting on the stairs now.
The next challenge is for you to run up to. Has your dad got a brother?
No.
Who's your mum's best male friend?
Mum, who's your best male friend? Hold on, I'm going up the stairs.
Yeah, go and ask your mum. This is kind of a man she likes a lot. Not your dad. Not your dad.
Male friend, not my dad. David Madden, but he lives in America.
That's okay.
All right.
What you got to do now is run up to your dad and shout, "I'm not yours. My mum had an affair with David Madden." That's what I want you to do. Off you go.
My dad's at the block and tackle, isn't he?
Go on.
Oh, my dad's not in. Oh, heck, I'm going to run along to the block and tackle, right?
No, have you got a house phone?
Yes.
Ring him.
Right.
Ring him on his mobile from the house phone.
Okay. Hold on. Awesome.
Have to do the... Don't give everybody the number.
I'm not.
Got to ring him if he's at the block and tackle in Ashington. Go on.
Do you want us to tell him that I'm on the phone to you, Alan?
No, you just say, "Dad, I'm not yours. My mum had an affair with David Madden," and slam the phone down.
All right.
Oh, this is lovely. This is even better than if he was in the house.
Dad,
Dad, I'm not yours. My mum had an affair with David Madden.
Slam. That's
There
it.
you go. He's going to be wondering what the hell's going on now.
He's not going to stay for last orders, is he? He's on his way home. The third part of your challenge is to wrap sellotape around the middle of your arm and then rip it off.
Oh, God, right.
Right round, full circle.
Right, hold on.
Okay. Ooh. Right round your arm.
Hold on, I had to get some scissors.
Oh, just bite it off, go on.
I can't.
Yes, you can.
I can't.
That's part of the challenge.
All right, hold on. Can I put you down just 2 seconds?
Yeah, just for 2 seconds. We can hear you. We know
1
what you're
minute.
doing. Okay. That's just the phone going down. Right, it's wrapping it round her arm. Because she needs both hands. It's that kind of job, isn't it?
Right, I've got it round my arm.
Right, ask your mum to rip it off.
Oh, God. Right, this is going to be cruel.
Yes, she will. Especially in light of the fact that she's probably going to have to go and live in America now. Is it off?
Hold on. No, Mum, hold on. You've got to rip this sellotape off my arm. Your dad's just ringing.
Yeah, the phone ringing.
You've got to rip it off.
That's your dad ringing. Yeah, and that's your dad on the phone, isn't it?
Well, he was trying to ring up, but I was just hung up on him.
Oh, how to destroy a family for Blazing Squad. Okay, you know the red onion?
I do.
Take the outside layer off it. You know, the nasty bit.
Right, hold on, I'm back downstairs now.
Right, I want you to get the nasty outside bit off the onion. This is a cool challenge. You're doing so well, but you're only at the halfway point, so will you get it, will you not? If you don't get it, I'm going to have to give the tickets to somebody else. So have you got the outside layer off the onion yet?
Yep.
What I want you to do is to take a big bite out of it and eat it as if it was an apple.
Right.
Don't have to eat all of it, just a big, decent-sized mouthful, and it's up to your mum to make sure you get a decent one. Go on.
Right, do you want us to go upstairs again?
No, I just want you to eat it where you stand, as long as we can hear you make a nice crunch and chew. Go on.
Okay, then, hold on. 1, 2...
That's a red
Oh, my God, this is foul.
That's okay, we'll just keep eating it. Don't spit it out. I want to hear a good gulpy swallow. Is it down?
It is.
Okay.
Oh, God, they're so hot.
Yeah,
Ma'am, have I taken a decent-sized chew out of that? Yes, I will see.
Yes, yeah, there's Mum. Bless her. Just before the divorce, there's your Mum. Tell your Mum to have a look around the house and all the furniture she might not have tomorrow. Also, your next thing is, you know the glass of water?
Yes.
What I want you to do is to pour some of the water in your mouth and hold it there and gargle the tune of Crossroads by Blazing Squad.
Right.
Okay?
Hold on.
Decent
Can I have a drink first, though?
Well, yeah, a little one, okay. Because your breath's minging.
That is. Onions taste horrible. Don't eat them.
Okay.
Right.
Right, put some water in your mouth and gargle the chorus of Crossroads by... That's excellent. Well done. You can swallow it now because it's covered with onion water and it's probably awful. And your second last challenge, you're doing so well. Otterburn Drive in Ashington, this is your moment. What I want you to do, have you got slippers on?
I'll get my dad. Hold on.
No, you don't have to have slippers because is it wet out or is it dry out?
I think it might be quite wet because
Okay, well we'll get your dad's slippers and put them on your little feet. Go on.
Right, hold on.
Okay, quick as you can.
Okay.
Right. You got them? I want you to open your front door. I want you to run out to the path, right to the path, and I want you to yell at the top of... Your door's locked. Well, unlock your door, because you can come back in eventually, because I want your mum to stand by the door.
Mum! Come downstairs! Oh, my best friend's going to be so chuffed from me, do you know that?
Well, you haven't got the tickets yet.
I know.
Oh, the last one's a stinker. This is your second last challenge.
Oh, my God, it's freezing out here.
Yeah, what I want you to do is, I want you to go in the street, slam the front door.
Right, slam the front door.
Slam it.
Right.
And you go to the end of your path and you yell really loud in the middle of the street, listen to Night Owls, if you don't, you're mental. Okay.
Listen to Night Owls, if you don't, you're mental.
Now get yourself in the house as quick as you can. Ma'am, open the door. Get the door up, ring the bell, get in.
I'm going to be hit by my signal, so I was just walking all the little kids up.
Are you in? Are you in?
Yeah.
They don't know it's you, those that weren't listening, and those that were listening think it's really funny. So, finally...
Right.
6 out of 7 you've got.
Right.
Are you prepared to go one step beyond?
Totally.
This is for a pair of tickets for Blazing Squad.
Yep.
What I want you to do is walk into your downstairs loo, the one that everybody uses.
Right.
Lift the lid up.
Oh, God, right.
I want you to... I want you to...
Lift the lid up.
Is the lid up?
Yep.
Now, you're terrified at what I'm going to ask you now, aren't you?
I am, yeah.
What I want you to...
Tied back in case.
What I want you to do is I want you to put your foot in the toilet.
Ooh, right.
Put your bare foot in the toilet.
Now.
Now. Hang on.
Okay.
Flush it. Flush it.
Right, and...
You've just won a pair of tickets to see Blazing Squad! Congratulations!
Thank you.
That is fantastic. Congratulations to you. Stay on the line, Amy. You're going to see Blazing Squad.
I love you, thank you.
You're more than welcome. You've been great entertainment. Thanks a lot, darling.
Time for the incredible, the fantastic, the goofy, the screwy, and the odd genius. All talking to Alan Robson.
I've won the Humperlo. And I've won a toilet made out of solid gold. It's just not in the cards now, is it?
Yeah, I wish we had a toilet of solid gold that she could thrust her foot in and flush it. Amy from Ashington is still with us on line 5 because, unfortunately, there's been a bit of a snag, and we hate to renege on any kind of agreement. Amy?
Yeah?
There's a problem.
What?
I've just had a phone call. There's a problem about you going.
What?
I'm really sorry. We would have loved to send you, but there's a problem.
What?
Well, there's just a problem. I've just had a phone call, literally, during that last thing when you put your foot down the loo. And it was Wayne from our evening show.
All right, yeah.
Do you like him?
Yeah.
Well, you should love him. Because you love me, don't you?
Yeah,
And you've got to start loving Wayne. Because he's just phoned me to say, if you would like to meet Blazing Squad, he'll take you along as well. How cool is that?
Oh, yeah.
You are going to see Blazing Squad. You are going to meet Blazing Squad, thanks to Wayne on the evening show chipping in. He thought you were so good, he thought you deserved a bit something extra. The cherry on the cake comes from Wayne. Well done.
Oh, thank you so much. I'm crying now.
Don't say thanks to me, say thanks to Wayne, he's listening.
Thank you, Wayne.
There you go, that's cool.
Oh, got me, I'm crying just about now.
Well, I mean, she's getting divorced. It's not surprised she's crying. How about that? That was just... talk about squeezing the juice out of a single prize. That's what that was. But wasn't she brilliant? 01914 488 3188. And I'm going to play you a few clips of just some of the people that we've had on the switchboard over the years, okay? But we got one on the line as well. It's Dirty Dawn. Hi, Dawn!
Hello.
Hello, darling. How are you doing?
Hello. I'm good. Good. Couldn't let tonight go without bringing back Dirty Dawn one last time.
Absolutely. Well done. So what's your memories then?
Well, where would I start? I mean, 18 years ago was when we first met, when we did the regression in Swalwell and it didn't record.
That's right.
That's where it all started. And to have just been able to... you're locking me in a mine.
Yeah, we did
in
that.
Killer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember.
Yeah, he kind of chose to put me in the deepest part because you knew me. Yeah, you locked me in the mine, locked me in a dungeon in Kielder Castle.
Yeah.
But to be able to be a part of the show as a listener and then as a regular caller and then to make it onto the team, I know that's such a rare thing. I don't know if there's ever been anybody else that's had that experience. But it's done so much for me. Because of you, I'm running my own business.
Brilliant. That's great to know. Good to know.
You taking a chance on me made me believe that if I can put whatever I made, I can make it happen. And I can believe in myself. And I'm a year into the business and it's really starting to kick off.
Great.
So I want to thank you for that.
How can people find out about it, Dawn? Where do they go to see whatever it is you're flogging?
My dad.
Gotcha.
And that's another thing. It's like, when I started the show, I was at my lowest, like working on the show, I was at the worst place I'd ever been. And
thanks.
you, Nick, Tony and Chris. No, when away from the show,
I know that.
Away from it.
I know.
Personally, I was in a really bad way. And you, Chris, Nick and Tony just really played a massive part in getting me through that as well.
Good. Glad to be useful.
We're a family. What that last caller said was true. It is a family. And it's not the end.
No, of course not.
At all. Once a night owl, always a night owl. At the end of the day. And we're just going to look forward to the future, and technology changes.
Absolutely. That's where we're going. Hey, thank you very much, Dawn. How's the family? Is everybody well?
Yeah, everyone's good. We're just getting ready to celebrate Charlotte's 21st.
Oh, unbelievable. Unbelievable. I remember when she was tiny and squidgy.
I know. She's just about to finish her third year at uni. No, she's got one more year to do, and she's hoping to be a probation officer.
Oh, wow, that's tremendous.
With young offenders. Right. Yeah, she's doing really, really well.
Hey, well, give everybody my love, Dawn. Thank you so much for coming on.
I will do.
Great to hear from you.
And just thanks everyone for everything. And
no problem.
Yeah, I did get a shock last week when you replayed one of my clips.
Oh, there might be more coming. Brace yourself.
The vibrator call.
Yeah, absolutely. Funny. Funny stuff.
No. Can't wait to get back into it with you all as well.
That's great.
We'll have loads more laughs.
Absolutely.
And if you need anybody to be locked up in a cupboard somewhere on a ghost hunt,
you're my girl.
You know where to find me.
I do. Thanks, Dawn.
You take care, Alan.
Thanks, love.
See you
Bye-bye.
soon. Bye-bye.
That is great. And I'm going to take a quick break, but on the other end of it, you're going to hear a batch of just some of the special people that have saved an awful lot of lives. And I know this seems to be all about me, but the team has been magnificent. We're going to be hearing from Tony and also Chris on our switchboard, who was also told that he's going to be leaving the company in a few weeks' time. So we're going to kind of use this tonight. We all go out together because once I'm done, Tony's done, and Chris not long behind us. So a brand new start for all of us. But we're going to hear from them a little bit later too, because they never get a chance. I never give them a word in edgeways. Scott, thank you. Kenneth Davison, David Johnson, Ben Mabon, Mark Aaron, John Foster. Now, John Foster, superstar. If you go to Sunderland Football Club, you will know John. He's the voice on the tannoy. Sandor, Rachel Mack, Mark and Crystal, thank you all. We got a lot of people sending texts and little messages and stuff. Loads of cards as well. Thank you for everything that you guys have sent in. But some Night Owl girls after this. And this has just arrived, and it's from a policeman. Oh dear. Now, the police over the years, and I know a lot of people are fairly critical of the police for countless different reasons, and you shouldn't really be, because they're diamonds in the main. And I know a lot of various names they get called. But over the years, helping me get to people in time, saving people getting assaulted, rescuing young children, taking suicidal people from their homes for help on my behest. They've been amazing. Amazing. And one policeman that I've never known the name of until today, Mr. Robson Allen. Oh, you see, very official. I wonder if he's just written his number down at the Anyway, a lot of memories about listening, and his sister and himself followed you around the region at road shows, dancing to all those daft cheesy tunes. Absolutely. We were expert at playing crap. Because that's the fun ones, do you know what I mean? Anyway, I graduated with Northumbria Police, moved up the ranks, eventually to traffic, attended a few house arrests at night, and you'd never believe how many houses I knocked on that had either night owls playing or the hot and heavy. And the night Raoul Moat was about, I was listening to your show while shooting around the region with the police radio going. Finally, you will remember me. I was that copper who emailed on several occasions, who followed you up the A1 on occasions with a little blue flash as I pulled off the A69 towards Hexham. I think you had a Mazda at the time. Good luck to you and the family in the future. Stand proud and tall. You've been a true ambassador for the North East, listener, and the North East of England. Another caller said it should be Sir Alan. Many thanks for all the good times. Andrew McDonald, I remember, and when you see a police car with you, and I always, of course, in all the cars I've had, travelled at 69.9 miles an hour, always, just to stay on the safe side. And he was kind enough just to give me a little blue light and eased off the motorway, which is good. So I got a lot of flashes from him over the time. Big thank you to Barry as well, and also Chrissy and Karen. Thank you all for sending your bits in. Promised you some Night Owl girls, and I cannot tell you how important the Night Owl girls were. We've had some of the girls on their own behest giving money to people who needed help, going physically to see them, to help them, and being on the telephone to help me at times when they were desperate and needed help, or they'd cut themselves or taken tablets, or in one case had put gas bottles all over the living room, poured petrol on their carpet, and then placed a lit candle in the middle so that when the candle got down to the carpet, the whole place, the whole street would have exploded. At least that's what the police told me when they got there in time to take the candle out and get her to a place of safety. So the Night Owl girls, amazing. This is not all of them by any stretch, because there were many, many over the years, but there's some absolute diamonds in the Night Owl girls bit.
D.
I told you not to start.
Here's another one for you. You might want to use this one when you get to bed tonight. And I know he's probably going to be fast asleep, but what you've got to do is grab hold of it, right? Even if he's asleep, just reach around, you'll find it eventually. And you say, this is what Elaine's suggesting, her version of code speak is, just checking to see if you're cooked. which I think's very good. Excellent. Come up with some more Night Owls. Come on, we want more of that. It's going to be a big night for you when you get home. I know, Dee, I can tell. Now, the thing is, in 10 minutes, I'm going to lift her microphone up again, and she's still going to be like... She's like... Have you ever been to the Pleasure Beach in Blackpool? Right at the beginning, there's a laughing man, and you put 20 pence in his belly button, and he laughs for... It's,
Becca, Nebosh.
And we're a homely girl.
You mean ugly?
Homely.
Yeah, but that's what you say to people when you look at them and you say, well, she's not very pretty. She's homely.
Oh, I don't know.
I understand.
No, I thought she was very, very nice.
Really?
Yes.
Could you understand a crack?
Yeah, a crack.
You know, it's a word. It's a word meaning her conversation, because she speaks like a chava, you see.
No, I thought she was very, very nice. She made you feel very, very welcome.
Really?
Yes.
That surprises me.
No.
Right. She's not made me feel welcome at all.
Oh, well, you see.
She slapped us twice.
Has she?
Oh, she's violent. She's a violent charmer.
Well, she doesn't come across as that. She comes across as a lovely girl.
All I said was, what's that in your belly button? Let's have a look. That's all I said, and I got biffed for it. There you go.
But what did you think it was?
I wasn't. I thought it was I thought it was a potato, but when you get up close, it's actually a piercing. It's not like proper. The reason that I look like that is because it's made her skin green around it. You know, that's the thing. Oh, hang on a second. She wants to say something to you. What are you saying?
I'm saying you're being very cheeky tonight.
You see what I mean? You see, that's the kind of attitude we don't want.
Well, she's being honest. I say you're being cheeky tonight.
Oh,
I like that.
Fair enough. Okay. I pulled her fader down so she can't get at us anymore.
Emma,
we're talking about cringe week. You had a cringe moment with your mother. What exactly happened again?
Yes, well, my mum and myself were very open.
Sexually?
Yeah, well, not with each other. That sounded really bad.
That's fairly cringy. Right, okay. But you talk about anything?
Yes, we can talk about anything, and she's my friend and everything, so nothing's really off limits. Well, you know, some things you keep to yourself.
I would think.
But anyway, so my friend had specified that she would like one of Ann Summers' toys, let's say.
A vibrator?
Yes, for her birthday, and had specified which one she would like.
Okay.
So I'm in the Metro Centre with my mum, and I thought, right, we'll go in. And then we ventured into that section of the shop for the first time ever with my mum, and I thought,
Are you a buzzing?
Very funny. At first I thought, you know, this is a bit weird, but, you know, we'll go with it. It'll be okay. Everything's fine. So we went along, and I pointed out the particular toy that my friend had said that she wanted.
That's the vibrator.
Yes, I don't like saying that word on the radio. And I showed it to my mum, and she picked it up, turned it round. Now, bearing in mind, there are about 5 or 6 other people in the shop at this time.
Yeah.
My mum's not the quietest of ladies either. And she flipped over the packaging, looked at the price on the back, and exclaimed to the whole shop, "Bloody hell, it's cheaper to use your fingers."
Oh, which is cringe.
Horrid. I just wanted the ground to swallow me.
And I bet you were the colour of a beetroot.
Oh, it was awful. I just wanted to get out of there as quick as possible because everyone turned around and looked and laughed. And I was like, oh no.
Benny, give us a sniff of your puss. That's minging. Who would say that?
Oh, I don't know.
It's disgusting. What else then?
Liz from Gateshead has a metal plate in her neck. That's not funny. That's not funny, but I've just seen an action that Alan just did.
What are you laughing at?
I've seen what you just did and it made us laugh.
What did I do?
You just
That is
did.
appalling.
That's minging.
Shame of yourself.
You should be appalled. Anyway, carry on. Poor thing, well, she's got a plate in her neck.
Liz, I'm sorry.
Listen.
She's got a plate in her neck and she thinks it's fun.
I can't believe it.
I think that's disgraceful.
Disgusting.
Well, don't do stupid pussy thing.
What? What's the matter with this woman? Have you been drinking?
Well, coke.
Anyway, look, take
Right.
a deep breath. This
is very important.
Lady's got a problem. What's the crap?
No, she hasn't got a problem. She actually... God, I can't even say.
But I'm sure she wouldn't want you to laugh at whatever her problem was.
Right. Right, okay, serious. Oh no, I feel like it's school when you're not allowed to laugh. Okay, right. Liz from Stop Tutting. Who's tutting?
That was Paul's tut.
Paul, come on, I'm trying to be serious. Help us out. Right, Liz. Liz has metal plate, right?
Where is
when
it?
you go on that neck. I'm sorry, Liz. Right, just go.
What? Hey, I'm going to come around there and slap you in a minute.
I'm sorry, I'm sorted. And when she goes out of shops, the alarm goes off. So people think she's been stealing. Oh, I've got a snotty nose now. I'm laughing. That's not even what I'm laughing at. It was the puss thing. Right, so she gets a cue.
What's funny about puss?
Because you did an action that I found a bit funny.
I don't even do.
I didn't even see what I didn't do anything.
You just did it again. Show Paul what you did.
I didn't do anything.
You just did it again. Do it again.
I didn't do anything. I scratched my tash.
No, you did not scratch your tash.
Leanne, do you think you need a chlamydia test?
Yeah.
You see, now the answer is she didn't say yes. She just got terribly embarrassed because out of all the people I know, she's probably the one most likely to need a chlamydia test. But I mean that in a caring way, Leanne, I truly do. But nobody's going to say, oh, thank heavens, just what I need. Before mine actually falls off, I'd better have a go at one of them. Let me whittle into your little jar, send it off, happy days. Nobody really wants to admit, maybe I should have one of them. Now you're laughing again.
Yeah.
Why don't you just go and get one then? Because they're everywhere now. Whittle in a jar.
I don't think I need one, but out of curiosity, I probably would. Just Why not?
Just curiosity
Someone
meaning.
said you want one out.
Curiosity meaning, oh, let's see if I've got a disease. Is that what you're talking about? Fair enough, okay. And, of course, the stars come out at night. Al Murray came on and had a right go at us. You did, of course, have the man from Torchwood on.
Top stuff, yeah.
John Barrowman.
Yeah.
Now,
I was never confused, yeah.
I sensed a little bit of sexual electricity between you there.
Yeah, well, you know what? That's exactly the sort of thing a ginger bloke who's been married 4 times would do. Sexual energy between me and John Barrowman. You obviously don't know your elbow from your other part, if that's what you thought was going on there, mate.
There you go. And, of course, the people that absolutely count. That's you lot, with some of the greatest calls in the history of the world.
I mean, she's 18 now, and she said she was about 16, and she was dying, and she had a poo outside and wiped her bum with a sock.
What, and then put it back on?
No, Joy, that's like a way.
That's horrible. What kind of girl is she?
Well, it was funny when she told us.
She's
she was drunk.
And stuff like this with Linda.
I mean, I've heard that Tenerife is nice.
Yeah, it used to be. Tenerife used to be very, very popular, but people are now going to Ninerife instead.
Ninerife?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. So that's the thought for you, you know. At least you're away from where it's really busy, and you're just far enough that if you want to go in there and do a bit of partying, you can.
Right.
Or you could go to Wannerreef, where it's really very quiet.
Wannerreef?
Wannerreef, uh-huh.
Oh.
Then Toureef.
Right.
Okay, and that goes right the way through to Tenerife.
Right, but the nicest place, what did you think it was?
Probably out of all of them,
Ninerife.
Ninerife, because it's right next door. There you go. And, of course, sometimes you give people a suggestion that you just know is not going to happen. Hang on. You're in a room. Your pants are down by your ankles. You're bent over this man's couch, and he wants you to relax your hoop.
That's right, He says, what was it he kept on saying? Because he says you're going to have to relax your bum, because the picture will come out wrong. But as soon as you stuck the needle on, like, it's natural, you just, because it is hurt, and you just clench up, you know?
Right, so your bulldog tattoo now has kind of a weird expression, does he? He's a bit more wrinkled than he should have been. How about that? Great calls. Now we're going to take a quick break with a piece of music that is just fabulous. But first, just got to remind you, if you're looking for the Night Owls podcast, Google Podcasts on YouTube, you'll find us. We're on Apple Music, Spotify, all of that from tonight. So after this, not necessarily after this, but over the next day or two, catch up with it if you can. And also, we stay up to date with what we're doing on Facebook, YouTube and Instagram. Search and follow the pages. Every week we're out ghost hunting across the northeast, and watch every Sunday night now at 9 p.m. It's going to be a Sunday night. Become a supporter. If you're a supporter, you can watch us live actually doing the show on a Wednesday evening, the Rough Mix, and all the extra bonus content, including a weekly video chat with me and the entire team. Search Night Owls UK for that. And, of course, Robson's World is my website where you can get classic shows, features. Everything I've done over the years is being added regularly. There's a shop on there, all kinds of bits and bobs. So don't forget, there's lots of places where you can find information as to where I'm going to be. If you're watching on Facebook and YouTube, you will gather that I'm not the only funny-looking person here, because Chris Felton, who usually works on our phones, he's a presenter in his own right, and he's also been told that you are on limited time.
Hey, tonight is your night, man. Tonight, it's all about you.
It's all the same, man. We're going to face a new future together, which is all good. However, you reminded me that I brought you into the business when you were 11. Which is ridiculous.
That's when I started listening. I was that kid listening in secret, in bed, earphones in, you know, listening for the creak on the stairs coming up, because I should have been asleep for school. But I learnt more through this show about life than anywhere else has ever taught me. I mean, through the people. You hear the ups, the downs, everything in between. I mean, even just tonight, hearing some of the stuff we've been playing, it just reminds you of how much we've done, and how many people have lived their lives through this show as well. It's been there. It's an institution. You are an institution. You've been there throughout.
I should be in an institution, but no, the reality, and absolutely. With respect to you, though, Chris has become probably a bigger, because I'm an anorak. I collect everything. I save it. You never know when it might be needed. Somebody says, "Oh, I've just been to Bishop Stortford," and I'll go, "Oh, there's a ghost story," and I'll have it in a file somewhere. Yeah, it's maddening, and I've passed that on to you, really, haven't I?
Well, yeah, not just that, your work ethic. You know, you taught me in the early days what it took to get on in the business, to get into the business, and what you had to do, and just everything about how your work ethic. Like I say, you know, for a 4-hour show, it takes 13 hours to do it right, and if even a little bit of that's rubbed off, it's you know, it's testament, really.
Biggest moment, what's your highlight out of all of them? Now, he sent me a lovely letter, and it's bubbly and weepy. We're not getting into that because we're rising. We're moving on to better things.
It's because I couldn't put it into words. I mean, I've had visions of this moment for, you know, and
too long.
Yeah, and I can't find the words. I'm sure there's people listening to this waiting to talk to you tonight who you can't sum it up. You can't sum it up, and that's why I had to. Sorry,
that's all right.
That's why I had to, you know, do that. And
what's your highlight, man? Your happiest, funniest, daftest? Come on.
I don't want to make it about me, but you know that my dream was always for you to trust me to cover the show when you were away, and it has to be that moment, you know, the time when I first sat in this seat and opened that mic for the first time, just knowing that it was with your blessing. That is the biggest honour of my life, let me tell you.
Well, this isn't an honour in this, because I must admit I've taken a mickey out of this guy, probably as even worse than Tony over the years, because Tony's fights fiercely back against me, which is rare in my world, truly. But Tony's a genius. However, Chris doesn't know, perhaps, that the boss of the radio station at the time was driving back from a restaurant or something, and one of the many songs that I wrote about you was about premature ejaculation, and the song was High Hopes.
I remember.
And the chorus was, "Whoops, there goes another one in his pants." And he was driving back and almost crashed the car, and then he came and he says, "Does he not mind that you're saying these kind of things?"
He just didn't know it was being written. That's what it was.
He had no clue until he heard it, you see, so it was the thing.
That's mad, you know.
So the parodies and stuff, we'll find some way to get them out to you over the next, you know, probably on Robson's World or something like that. But just get ready for them, because they'll be there, and they're very much, they're great fun. But Chris, for everything, thank you so much. You got no idea how easy you've made everything for me.
No, mate, it's my absolute honour. It's my dream. You changed my life. You made my dreams come true, man.
Right, get off before you bump. Right, okay, we're talking about stuff. And, oh, goodness. Back to Wayne again, because this time you're going to get the full tattoo story. I ended up getting him a tattoo. I'll tell you more about that. But first, David from Cullercoats is waiting ever so patiently. Hello, David.
Hi, Alan.
Hello, mate. What can we do for you tonight?
It's an absolute honour to be on your last show. Thank you so much for taking
No, thank you for calling. What can we do for you?
You're my friend, you're my brother, you've been everything through the years, so I'm still kicking for that knighthood for you. We need to get it, because you've got a heart of gold, but it's black and white through and through, I think.
I've got something to show you. Can we bring the shirt in? Are you watching on screen or just listening?
Yes.
You're watching on screen?
On screen.
I'll show you something that I was presented earlier tonight, which is lovely. You know, I've done 46 years.
Yeah.
So they've got it, hang on, I hate the label. They got me a flashing blade, you see it?
Oh, hang on, there's a bit of a delay here on the Facebook thing. I can't see it yet.
Hang on. Well, it just hides me face a bit longer, so it's all right. Can you see it now?
Not yet. You're still waving your fingers around. Hang on.
What?
There must be a delay on here.
How? Well, it sounds like it's an outlet. Well, hang on. Right.
Oh, yes, there it is.
There you go. Champion. We got there eventually. Hey, no bother.
Oh, that's brilliant.
So that was very nice.
I think that would fit me.
Nice try. Hey, but thank you very much for coming on, David. Anything else you want to say while you're here?
Yeah, I was just so glad that you didn't put me through what you put Amy through, you know, for the tickets.
Absolutely.
You've sent me CDs, and I've had tickets for McFly and Also, I think the Olympic one, I won this really posh bottle of champagne. Was it Verve Clicket or something? And I just...
Verve Clicket's one of the nicest ones.
I didn't know what to do with it, so it eventually went to a relative who's used to drinking those things, shall I say.
Oh, right, poshy.
And the spooky things, like Halloween night.
Yeah.
I think somebody was watching Touch of Frost or something and recorded it.
That's right, yes, and there was it blacked out and there was a horrible noise.
Just this banshee scream.
Yeah, it was amazing.
And I think every little hair on my body stood up.
That's tremendous.
And after that, I think I've just had to, start recording it.
Right. No,
because it was so scary.
Yeah.
But there was one of the Night Owl girls as well that you did a song, I'm Vibrating, and it was a Dido song.
It was Emma, yeah. It was the other Emma, but she was amazing, and she...
Don't put your hand up my suspenders.
That's
I'm vibrating and always will be. It's the funniest thing I've ever heard in my life.
Brilliant. Well, we'll be getting them, as I say, we'll be putting all of them on Robson's World over the next month or two, so watch out for them. You can have a listen.
You've got a heart of gold. You're a friend to everyone, and
thank you, man.
I'm so proud of you, and you will be back. I have every faith in you, and I believe in you.
That's what I plan.
I'm loyal, steadfast, and true, and there's a lot of us out there who are.
Great.
So this is a farewell, not a goodbye.
It's a bonjour, as Ben Mabon said. Yeah. It is a bonjour rather than a goodbye. But thank you very much.
Oh, you're welcome. Thank you
all the best
for everything you've done.
Thanks again. Just people being nice. Let's talk about me not being nice. Wayne, a fellow presenter from the day, who is as big a star now in my heart as he ever was, Wayne wanted a tattoo of his child. So he got a photograph of newly born infant and said, do you want to come with me? I'm going to the tattoo parlour to get picture of young one tattooed on just above his bum, on his kind of just round from his hip kind of thing. So problem was, I found out what tattoo parlour he was going to, so I went and paid the tattooist double if he would put a tattoo on Wayne's backside that was my face with the flashing blade written underneath. Now, he said, it would take ages to do a head the size of mine. So instead I said, well, I'll tell you what, do the man with the tash off the Pringles box, because that's already a cartoon. So he said, I'll do the man with the Pringles tash on his backside with the flashing blade written underneath. Here we are at the tattoo parlour, and then I'll play you the second bit. This is amazing. Alan Robson with you. We are in that tattoo studio in Swalwell, Sink the Ink Tattoo Studio. Vic is currently working on Wayne's bottom. He's getting a tattoo, and essentially just because I've had a tattoo, I thought I would come along with him. Known Vic for a while. Vic's looking after him big style. He's round the back. I'm absolutely staying round the front. But as we were saying earlier on, you've got to think really long and hard about tattoos, because they're there forever. I think a good tattoo looks great. I think a naff tattoo there's nothing worse than having a tattoo that isn't of a decent quality. So just make sure that if you are going to pick a tattooist, you talk to people that have had them before, somebody that you've got faith in and you can trust, because word of mouth is the best way. That's the reason we've come to Sink the Ink in Swalwell as well. We're not very far away from that little the main roundabout where you can go down the back way to the Metro Centre. The truth of the matter is, though, Wayne has decided that having a first child, a newborn, is the best reason in the world to get a tattoo put on in there. He's currently here. He's wearing his denim jacket and his posy shirt. His pants are not quite round his ankles. He's covering his tiny vitals, and his butt is on display to the world, which is why the shop is closed, because we don't want to frighten children. Yeah, I would think you're probably a good way to having this tattoo done now. How do you feel about it?
Feels great. I'm trying to picture what it would look like.
Well, it's Joshua's head, and underneath it, Joshua's name written in Old English, because that's what you chose, wasn't it?
Have a look. Has he spelt it right?
Yeah, he's spelled it perfectly.
Great.
So, I'm just glad that it's your button and it's not my butt. Because I've never ever fancied a tattoo on your bottom. You know, to me, it's always been... Oh, I've just been given the thumbs up. The machine has gone quiet because Vic... You happy with that, Vic?
I am happy with it.
Right, okay, I'm just going to... Can I go around and have a look?
Yep.
That is fantastic. Spitting image. Spitting image, Wayne. Absolutely top-class image. Talking to that while I go around the back.
So, Alan, you take a picture now for me so I can have a look in a minute.
Right, okay. Got it. It's a spitting image. Now, Wayne, you've got your trousers down at the present moment. I've actually got to nip back to the studio.
Okay.
And I'm going to take one of Vic's cards with me as well, so I've got his current phone number. There's a photograph of it on there, and I'll see you back at the studio, okay?
Alan, come here, wait. You have got to be joking! Alan! Vic!
I'm just there.
Vic!
Never know what Alan in a minute.
Ah! You... Alan! Don't you shut that... Robson! Alan! This window! Oi! Open the window! Open this door! Don't you be opening that back window, open the front one like a man!
I'm opening the back window and I'm gotta go to work.
Alan! I can't believe you told me it'd be okay. It's a tattoo, you know.
I know.
Don't be driving away, Alan! Alan, don't you be driving off, Alan! Alan! Open the door! I want a word with you! He's flipping running away! Alan! Wait till I get to Metro Radio. I'm gonna kill him!
And of course, when he got back to the studio, he decided he would, well, share his anger with anybody that would look at his backside.
When you're hearing this, no doubt, you'll still be in the shock that Alan Robson has tattooed me. Oh, hang on a second, I'm knackered. I've had a tattoo. Hang on. You know what it is? Oh, dear, I'm at Metro's reception. He stooped to the lowest he could ever do now.
Well, Alan's just went upstairs in a hurry. Has he done something? He looked a bit sheepish to me.
Sheepish? Look at this. Come round here.
What are you going to tell me?
No, I'm just going to drop my trousers a second. Hang on. You know, I know. Listen, Alan said he was going to go with me to get Joshua tattooed on my bum.
Oh, yes, Joshua, that's it.
It's not Joshua.
Oh, my God. Oh, what a nice bum.
No, it's tattooed. Come here.
Dear me.
Can you believe that?
That's not... Let me have another look. Oh,
it's not funny. Where's Alan?
Oh, dear. He's went up the street.
You best tell him, because I'm going to flipping kill him. It's Metro Radio. Have you seen Alan?
No, he's not been in here.
I'm in the on-air studio. Been for me tattoo.
You've been for it?
Hold that.
Where is it? Right, now, seriously, hang on, let me just turn my speakers down it. I can't believe you. Oh my God.
What would you do to him?
Do you know what's on there?
Do I know?
Yeah.
Of course I flipping know what's on there.
Well, don't look at me, man.
No, it's killing.
Maybe the tattooist is dyslexic.
That's it, I'm not getting any sympathy in here, I'm off. Does anybody want to see my tattoo?
No.
I can't believe he's done that. Well out of order, Wayne. Well out of order.
Isn't it out of order?
That is absolutely shocking.
It's supposed to be baby Joshua.
No, it's not.
It's Metro Radio. I'm actually in the boss's office, MD, Sally. Have you seen Alan?
Today?
Yes.
Yes, I saw him earlier.
Have you seen him lately?
I haven't seen him lately, no. What have you
You know what today is, don't you?
Today is.
What were we doing today?
You were having a tattoo.
Of who?
of your baby, George.
You're right. Hello, Kim.
Hiya.
Girls, can you just hold this as I show it you?
Oh. Oh my God.
You're the boss, stop laughing.
Has he seen it?
He's seen it. I've signed a flipping disclaimer.
I love it.
That's it, I'm off. If you can't get sympathy off the boss, who can... Where's that Alan Robson?
There you go. So he had that, on his backside, picture of the Pringles man with the flashing blade underneath it. We thought it was funny at the time. As the years go on, probably less so, I'm imagining. Now, talking ghost hunts, because a few of you mentioned them, I'm going to play something, but you're going to have to listen really, really carefully. Because we went for the very first time to an island called Poveglia to record TV for a network show in the States called Scariest Places on Earth. And I decided to go back. And we've been back on 2 occasions now to Poveglia. On the second occasion, something happened that gave me one of the biggest frights of my life. Now, you can hear the whole thing, obviously, on Robson's World, and there's a whole host of others there. But this, well, but listen very, very carefully.
That door just moved of its own volition now. As you look inside it, on the bottom of the coffin, and there's a lid here on the floor, and it's got finger marks on it, as if somebody was alive in there. There's marks of blood. And what the hell is that? Hang on. Right in the bottom. What is that? Hang on. I'm going to pick it up. Oh. I'm knocking it off the side here. Listen. It's a human fingernail. A full one, not a plastic one. A real one. Oh, gibbet. You can't imagine what went on. And yet you notice the coffin's never burnt. They just dumped the bodies in the pit. Maybe they used the coffins to carry them there. Obviously, sometimes alive. A lot of coffins. A lot of coffins. A lot of other furniture that's just been piled up that you gotta kind of squeeze around. Just bear with me a second. He's trying to ease past it into... That's one of the worst things that's ever happened to me in my life. It's still on me, it's still on me. I walked into a ball of cobweb with spiders on it. A ball of it. I mean, taller than I am. Just a wall of web, and it went right round me. And I could feel stuff on me, and I've already been bitten on the chest by something. I'm checking my arms. There's a little mark on my right arm.
There you go. A little bit of Poveglia, believe me. It was horrific. I got completely wrapped up in cobwebs. It was over my mouth. It was up my nose. When you breathed, you felt stuff going up there. It was just horrendous. Spent the time literally hitting things, trying to scrape it off me. And there was another occasion. Beamish Hall. Before it was decked out in its finery as it stands now, I decided to have a look around there and do a ghost hunt at Beamish Hall just on my own. Or so I thought. So you can't see very much. But they say that children or a child, it's actually a little girl, was locked in this cupboard. And the cupboard inside is only it's not a yard square. It's a tiny little cupboard, and on the outside there is the locking mechanism, and
don't know whether you heard that as well. We're getting some kind of strange like talking noises just from a distance there. But they say that if you come here at this time of night, that you get the footsteps of a child running along the floor, and you can hear the footsteps of the little one as she laughs and she giggles. On the ground there's lumps of wood. Now the door lies straight ahead, directly in front of me. As I say, it's a tiny little door. It's almost like a doll's house door. And because they don't want anybody else being locked in here, because they believe the child was locked in as a punishment. And when the child died, she died before she grew up, that her spirit came back to the house and went into this place and lives on this floor around this area. So all I have to do is open the door. You promise there's no handle, so you got to kind of stick your fingers under the thing at the very top, and you just pull the thing up.
Shut up! Oh my God! You bastard! Jeez! Oh, weird!
I had to do it. I'm sorry. Can I just say my legs creak? Hang on.
Oh God!
I've got to thank everybody at Beamish for telling me one of the scary places in this place. And I got told that you most want to go to it first. I've been there for about 2.5 hours.
Jeepers!
But it was...
You swine!
Payback, mate.
I'm having a heart attack. Whew, absolutely. And we found a way to get him back in hundreds of other ways, and you can hear another monkey clip a little bit later that a lot of people have already been sending little emails and texts and stuff in about. But let's go and take a few calls from you guys. Aidan from North Shields is next. Hi, Aidan.
Hello, mate. You all right?
Yes, I'm good, thank you. What you got for me?
It was just a quick one, really. Like, I used to listen to you all the time when I was like driving about and that. Like, it was just like, I wish you luck.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
But these ghost stories actually expand some like memories back when I used to do like a little bit of urban exploring and stuff.
All right,
just listen to that one where you got jumped out on there. We did one at Ushaw College. There's a group of us went to have a little look around Ushaw College, and we went hide and seeking.
Oh, jeepers.
Honestly, it was an absolute treat. But I think the worst building that I did was a little place over in Keelgar.
Right.
It's called Willowbog Cottage.
Right. I have not heard of it.
So imagine like a loft with a ladder's coming down.
Yeah.
One of my friends, he stuck his head in the loft, and the loft pole down the corridor behind me got like chucked down. I got it on video. Like, it was. I think that was like the most activity I've had.
Ever seen, right? Brilliant. It's a result catching anything, though, isn't it? That's the thing. Especially if you're not like doing it day in day out. Yeah, it's just amazing look if you catch anything, for sure.
It's sort of like that adrenaline rush that we used to go for. Had a collection of door handles. That was a good set.
Yeah, absolutely.
We done one. Where was it? Oh, do you remember Cherry Knoll Hospital in Sunderland?
Absolutely, yes, of course.
So in Cherry Knoll, but we didn't realise it was like a site. So they had like 24-hour security and that going around. And we went down one of the corridors, and we just seen this flashlight come at the end. Honest to God, it was the most weird thing, like in the middle of a hospital down the corridor, and this guy in an orange coat just turned around.
Yeah, brilliant. But great fun all the same, mate. Hey, but thanks for coming on, Aidan. Good to hear from you, man. Thanks for ringing.
All the best.
Cheers, mate. Bye-bye. Linda's with us as well. Linda is, I think, in Kenton at the moment. I think she's there. Hello, Linda.
Oh, hi, Alan.
Hello, love.
Oh, it's lovely to hear your voice again.
Thank you, darling.
You know, I was like a regular night owl for many, many years. I listened to a lot of ghost hunts and a lot of extra special people that came on. And you helped so many people in the past. I just want to thank you for that.
Hey, my honour, Linda. Thank you for your kindness.
Oh, bless your heart. No, I remember your ghost hunts. One in particular was when you were in the hospital.
Yes.
An old hospital.
Mental hospital.
And another one when you were on an island.
Yes.
And you had got off the little boat.
That's right.
And you stepped onto the island. And you had many weird experiences there.
For sure. Yeah.
You know, there's so many lovely memories of night owls.
Well, that's tremendous.
I used to talk to you quite a lot when I lived at West Denton.
No, I remember.
And I live in Kenton now.
That's right. Good. Hope you enjoy
Oh,
it.
it's lovely to hear your voice again.
Hey, well, thank you for coming on, Linda.
I'm so sad.
Hey, don't be.
I'm so sad. You know.
Hey, it's Diana Ross was writing a song. Remember me like a sunny day you once had along the way. That's the way to do it, babe. Honestly. So.
Oh, I know, but I wish you the best for the future.
Thank you very much.
I wish you the best, and there's been nothing like you on the radio.
Very nice of you to
I
say.
don't think there ever will be. You've entertained so many people.
Well,
with your lovely voice and your caring, and I just want to thank you, Alan. You helped me through so many hard times. I used to click Metro on, go to bed, click it on, listen to you through the night, and you helped me so much.
It's good of you. Thank
God
you.
bless you.
Thank you, Linda. All the best. My goodness. Tough stuff. Now, we're going to get Tony in soon, but a piece of music after a clip. Now, first of all, what's the music? The music, it kind of sums up everybody who's ever listened late at night, either the radio under the pillow or really quiet so you're not disturbing everybody else, because so many people woke their partners up listening, or their mums and dads. So I'm going to play you a song, and every tune that we've picked tonight, every single word means so much. So I hope you enjoy them. But first, Alan and Wayne again. It's our last Wayne clip of the show, and it's the time that I told him that he was going to interview a celeb. Can you spare half an hour? I got him onto a plane, and we ended up flying to Germany. His wife had no clue. And I kept telling her from a taxi in Germany that he was just driving past the Metro Centre. He'll be home soon. And he ended up being there for 2 days. And on one occasion, I sent him into, well, it was an empty field. But I knew halfway through it, they were going to release baboons. This is that clip. Here's the gate. The wooden fence around this enclosure is just around here. The quickest way to it. No, don't climb over it. Go through the gate. That's it. Good lad. Right. Now, to get into this enclosure, this is just to keep the rabbits off. You walk across this kind of wooden bridge, and there you are. All I want you to do is to walk in to the enclosure.
I can't see the rabbits. Where are they?
No, the rabbits are. You see the really deep grass. They tend to hang out in the deep grass at the far side. Don't go past that hedging. Just stay there. And if you don't find any rabbits, just hang around there, and we'll try and spot some for you.
You're going to have me running around this field? They're going to run away when they see me.
No, they're only rabbits. You'll catch them. They're not wild rabbits or anything.
Okay.
So away you go.
All right.
Wayne's away now. We're actually away on the other side of this fence. Now we're talking approximately, I don't know, maybe 50, 60 yards. And you see any rabbits?
Looking for the back, I can't see it.
Go a little bit further, closer to those trees at the far side. That's where you'll find them. Well, they're just rabbits. Just have a look. They're not like domestic rabbits. They're wild rabbits. Away you go. Right, now I've just tipped the wink. The keeper is going to walk around to the side of the fence. Keep going a little bit closer to the fence. I don't want him to see me laughing, because if he does, he'll know there's something wrong. So, it's all right. And hang on, the keeper is just getting in place now, and they've just opened the paddock door, and the baboons are starting to run. How do I get out? Wayne's running into the bush. He's right up against the fence. He's jerking at the fence. Stay there, Wayne. Stay there, Wayne. Wayne, there's a moat. I know you can't see it, but there's a moat between them. A moat. They can't get to you.
They're baboons, but they can't reach you. There's a moat between it. You're all right. Wayne. No, you just walk around the edge here. They can't reach you. They can't get to you. Just come down here. I know that. Look at it. He's taking a puff in his asthma spray. He's had a bit of a tough day. Come around the sides. I know you can't get out this way. But come down the sides. Yeah, try and get through the trees if you can. Wayne. Sorry about that. That was a dirty that was a dirty trick, wasn't it?
Alan, I'm so frightened. My legs are... Alan, please help me out. Oh.
Okay, get over there. Climb over here. They were slightly bigger than rabbits. All you saw for a split second was the keeper was at the side of the fence, and all of a sudden 20 of these baboons that are roughly the size of us started bounding right the way up to the edge of this moat, but the moat's all grown over, but they can't get across to the other side.
Do you know when you see TV programmes and animals come on and people say, just run?
Yeah.
Oh, God, Alan, my heart's fell out my backside, honestly.
But the problem is, you know how we're in this enclosure now, and they're across the moat. You know what this enclosure is?
No.
This is gorillas. There's none here, man. There's none here. You're all right.
Now, as you know, we've been looking back at some classics. We could go on for about 6-7 years just with classic calls, because you guys have been astounding over the years. I'm going to play a couple of clips, and then we're going to have Hollywood McShane, who used to be Antoine de Boogie when he first started, but we had to change his name every time he won an award, and he kept on winning them. But here's some more of you.
Hi, Alan. It's Craig and Pete Lee. One of my best ones is when you and Wayne went and got tattoos done, because it just has increases of laughter.
Hi Alan, it's Clary and Richie here. My favourite part of Night Owls is obviously getting to know you as a person. My greatest memories are the ghost adventures and the times you had with Benny, and obviously the best part is meeting Clary.
Yes, Alan, thank you for all the years that I've been listening. Thank you to all the Night Owls. We love you all.
And we want to say you've made our life complete. Thank you. Love you, Alan.
Love you. Bye.
Hi there, Alan. My name is Barry Dodds. I'm a comedian and ghost hunter. My passion for ghost hunting started many years ago on the 31st of October in 1994, spending a night in Walkworth Castle with you and other night owls on the world record-breaking ghost hunt, the biggest in the world ever at the time. And it was also the first time I ever went on the radio where you made me eat a pig's tongue. You jokingly told me to try and fit it all in my mouth at once, which I did without realising you were joking, and I promptly coughed it all back up live on the radio. So yes, thank you for that moment, and thank you for starting a lifelong passion in the paranormal. All the best.
Hi, this is Steve Rafe, someone who listened to Night Owls religiously whilst I was a young lad. Grew up with Alan, listened to all the callers. Anne from West Denton particularly sticks out, somebody who I always look forward to listening to. But Alan's been a big influence on me, a big help in my career, always there for a chat. And well done, mate. It's a hell of an achievement. Good luck, mate. Good night. God bless.
I rang him on my 21st birthday, asking who was the last woman who had been hung in Newcastle. That's my Night Owl experience.
Hi, Alan, it's Anthony. My favourite memory of you being on Night Owls is the first time I came down to the radio station and met you and I got your autograph. That was my favourite memory, mate. Speak to you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.
I've listened to Night Owls since the 1980s. Since then, I've always enjoyed these shows now. Like, obviously, I'm a big fan of the ghost hunts and that, and some of the classic Night Owl people who have phoned in as well. I want to say that the Night Owls have obviously gone from strength to strength, and has obviously changed with the times and stuff. And obviously, people all over the world now listen to Night Owls, don't they? You know, with the internet and everything else on their iPhones and all that. So it's, you know, it's always had a big audience.
Alan Robson, Alan Shearer, I hope you're well. Obviously, the best thing you ever did was announce me on stage all those years ago, back in 1996. That's what you're known for. Only joking. Well done, mate. Congratulations. Thanks.
I don't swear often, but he can piss off. Anyway. What are they going to do? Sack me? Right. Okay, here we go. 0191 488 3188. Of course. No, it was a good laugh. He got to find out that loads of people, you know, they kept playing that clip where I brought him on stage. And it over the years, you know, you work for 40-odd years on the radio, and yet you'll bump into somebody and they'll go, "You're the bloke that brought Alan Shearer on," and I've done other stuff, actually. And it took me about 5 years to get used to people saying, "Did you used to advertise for Payne Window?" You know, there's always something else. However, a man who has been literally the wind beneath my wings for so much is Hollywood McShane. Tony's just coming in. Hiya, To.
Hello.
Right, again, it seems like forever, and we have been literally all over the world.
I know. Dubai, Barbados, just everywhere.
Everywhere.
Yeah.
So, have you got a highlight?
Oh, God. There's so many. I mean, I miss making the specials and, you know, them becoming award winners around the world. Obviously going away abroad and,
any kind of escape is a good thing.
Yeah.
When you're not trapped behind the microphone that we've lived behind. It was funny because right at the beginning, Gano knew you.
We went to uni together.
We went to uni together, so it was just weird that Tony should follow in Gano's
small world
footsteps. Absolutely, Gano's still a gem. With respect to you, my funniest memory is your worst ever photograph.
Yeah, kissing the Blarney Stone.
They all say, before we kissed the Blarney Stone, one of the guys had said to us, "You do realise first thing in the morning, the first thing we do is whittle on it." They all pee on the Blarney Stone. Then everybody comes to kiss the Blarney Stone, and they're all kind of going, "Ooh." So, so we walked up all of the stairs to the top of the Blarney Castle where the Blarney Stone is, and they said, "Oh, do you want to do it?" I says, "No, Tony, you can do it." And you have to bend over backwards.
Yeah,
literally.
They hold you in their arms, so you'd like kissing upside down, really, isn't it?
And if they let go, though, you'd fall. Fall like 50 feet to your doom.
And that was before COVID, and someone had just kissed it before me. I'm sure they didn't wipe it off as well. No one would do that now, would they?
You didn't get a hurt off it, though, did you?
I don't think so.
No, I don't think so either. But hey, Tony, it's been a total joy. Bless you, man. Thanks for everything.
I'll see you on Tuesday because we're ghost hunting every week.
We're ghost hunting, and the night for supporters to watch the Raw mix will be Tuesday this week.
This week, Tuesday.
Yeah. Tuesday, and if you want to watch the final result, that'll be on Sunday next week. So we thought we would move our ghost hunt to Sunday night, you know, the finished thing, so that on Sundays, those of you that are used to having an hour or two with F. Blader Square, you'll still be able to do that, and we'll have to rearrange stuff if and when Night Owls can return in any shape or form. We're working on that full time, so get ready. I also should mention Jennifer, who happens to be my wife and is absolutely fabulous, and without her I wouldn't be able to do any of this. Truly, she's been amazing, and I'm very, very lucky. So let's crack on. She's worthy of a mensch. Let us have something else that's just funny, for heaven's sake. It's a medley of just daftness. What's your middle name?
What middle name? I'm going to go.
I'm going. Do you know what it should be?
What?
Tasha.
Shut your mouth. Shut your ginger bugger, you. Get up, you bloody idiot. Go and get stuck, will you? I'll punch your luck when I get out of here.
Gee, no you won't.
I will.
No, you know you won't.
I will.
No, you won't.
I'm going to hit you with something. We're not going to belly your gob. Shut up, baby. Go to hell. Go to hell. Shut your gob.
Gee.
Goodbye.
Gene is the best. I'm sorry, Gene, I know you'll still be listening. You are truly, truly the best. It's the best. Nobody has ever insulted me for so long. Like non-stop. Bang, 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 bang.
Have you ever played Bugger the Cat?
No, I think it's safe to say no, not done. I've not done that one.
It's like on the bin days, you go around And before the bin then get round, you tip the bins over, so they have to go out and pick up all the stuff.
No, I've never played that.
Cricket mad Donald Bland.
I'm just thinking of the woman next door who sings plucked. I'll send that one Jimmy Road. He's sitting in the sink with his trousers round his ankles.
Like he was on a pool stick.
Bouncing up and down half a dozen times until the bit of banana comes back up again. Oh, good grief.
What an imagination you've got.
Oh, I'm crying here. Oh,
me as well, bro.
Sorry,
I'm taking the specs up for to wipe my eyes. Me mascara's running terrible, yeah. Oh, great.
Dear.
Bobby, he's on. God. You got some water there? Yeah, celebrate with some water.
I'm expecting an email from Tinkerbell saying, send him round me toilet still. Oh, dear.
Deep breath. Yeah.
Right, there you go.
We're back.
Yeah.
Right. Cricket. Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, listeners. No more service will be resumed eventually.
Talk among yourself.
We're having a good
dear. Good job I'm not Dusty Springfield. My mascara would have been everywhere.
Panda eyes.
And of course, ghost hunts. We did a thing, we started doing a thing called Walking in the Footsteps of. And the idea was we'd find out somebody that was really famous, we'd go to wherever they lived, and we'd walk in their footsteps. We travelled to Berlin, we walked in the footsteps of Hitler. As I say, all of these can be found on Robson's World. We went to Berlin, we did the Hitler story. We went to Moscow and St. Petersburg, and we did the Rasputin story. We went up to Scotland with a regression of Kenny being killed, no less, to do the story of William Wallace. We did the real King Arthur. We did the real Robin Hood. We've done some amazing shows, and this is just the beginning of one. It's the very beginning of a show where we told you who Jack the Ripper was. Because if you use modern-day forensic technology, there's only one person it can be.
So how did Jack the Ripper do it? He waited in shadows. He watched, probably for days, to see where prostitutes went, how long it took them, whether they were drunk or whether they were sober, whether they spent time in the dark spots between the gas lamps that gave off barely any light at all. He would wait, and he would wait. A face maybe well known, or maybe a stranger, in between the lamps, in that dark spot where no one can see. And then, as his heart began to beat faster and faster, he'd see her, an ordinary woman, someone like your sister, like your mother, like your daughter, walking past. His heart would beat faster and faster again until it came close to bursting point. She was there, looking good between two lamps. She was in the shadow, and in the darkest part of that twilight, he'd strike.
It's not the worst death you've ever heard. However, I think it set the mood. And we had an amazing time travelling around to all of the sites where the Ripper struck. Amazing. Now, we always say that the stars of Night Owls, that's you guys, every time. You have made the show what it is. Don't worry about bouncing and saying kindly things about me. You're the guys, the men, the women, the children, the boys, the in-betweenies, because we have many glorious in-betweenies, that's made the show what it is. We were sticking up for LBGT years and years and years before the rest of society got a hold of it. We stuck up for people with mental health ailments at a time when it was absolutely the most unfashionable thing in the world to do. And you've gone along with me in every case, and you've been stunning. And one person that I've always looked up to is coming on very, very soon. But first of all, we're heading across to Jesmond, where Andrew is. Hello, Andrew.
Hi.
Hello, mate.
I thought I had to try and catch you before the end of the show, because, I mean, this has been going on for years and decades.
It has.
I mean, I've been seeing, been long intervals between when I've been coming on. I've been able to try out my songs and poems over all these years, and it's been so valuable.
Good.
And I thought, well, the last time I came on, I made the mistake of doing a very long poem.
Right.
So I thought this time I've just selected just a very few short poems.
Okay.
And they're all mostly to do with saying goodbye.
Okay.
So I hope I'm not going to bring the mood down.
No, we don't then. Okay, so dive in.
Well, shall I do a couple of these? I mean, they are quite sad, but I mean, it is very sad that the programme's finishing.
Okay.
This first one's called I Get Along Without You Very Well.
Right.
Right. You brought your poetry to me 8 years ago. I never once let on, I found its edges rough. We've since been meeting once or twice a week or so. The other day you told me that you'd had enough. On the one hand, I'm back in the hurting rain. On the other hand, I'm free to love again. You know my greatest fear is losing everyone. You say my strict agenda will leave me marooned. It's hard to tell if that's what's really going on, or if your words are just designed to cut and wound. On the one hand, I'm back in the friendless rain. On the other hand, I'm free to grow again. You say that faith is lower than philosophy. You see my poetry as egoistic slime. Last year I twice caught fleas from your dog, Thackeray. We must have listened through the ring 1,000 times. On the one hand, I'm back in the endless rain. On the other hand, I'm free to smile again. And that's that one.
Right, just give me one more, Andrew, because we got loads of people trying to get on. So
just one more.
Just one more would be great. Thank you.
This is one about. All right, reincarnation.
Okay.
It's another part. It's another sad parting one. But anyway, you can cheer up after me. Reincarnation. We met 3 years ago down by the docks. Each second is a terror to my soul. The ticking footsteps of your bedside clock relentlessly take time towards her goal. It's written that the best of friends must leave. Remember everything that we've been through, and always keep my memory on your sleeve. Farewell, I can no longer stay with you. Beyond the northern edge of the town wall, under the old lime tree beside the moor, I'll meet you as some future evening falls, and hold you in the singing rain once more. Hush, hush, my dear, for I already know I'm going to make you lonesome when I go.
That is sad. But Andrew, thank you very much for your poetry. It's been great hearing some of it.
And thanks for the decades of somewhere to air your new work. Thank you.
You're welcome. Bye-bye. 0191 488 3188. He says stuff to cheer up, so let's do that. This is Sophie. She's 4-year-old.
Yes, little Sophie.
Hiya, Alan.
You're 4, are you?
Yeah?
You look much bigger than 4, don't you? I think so as well. So what do you want to talk about, Sophie?
Little fishy and the mama fishy too. Swim, says the mama fishy, swim if you can. And the sun all over the dam. Stop, says the mama fishy, all you get. But 3 little fishy didn't want to be back. 3 little fishy went out on the swing. And the sun all over the dam.
That's great. Are you in steps?
No, I'm in press green dancing.
And the slobber, oh God.
But isn't a tonguey kiss more passionate and sexy?
Go to hell. I'm sure it's not.
You shouldn't put your tongue in somebody's mouth.
Oh God, I'll bite the bugger off if you put in mine. Now, I've never been kissed for a long time. I get kissed off the sun.
But not with tongues or anything.
Oh God, cry. Why, no.
So what's a nice kiss then?
Just kissing you, ordinary, on the mouth.
Is the mouth open or closed?
Oh no, just keep it closed.
Do you think you'll catch something off the tongue or something?
He might have been full of slobber. The smell of them would have put me off.
So have you never fancied a younger man?
Oh, no way. No, I'm finished with men, Alan.
Why?
No, why? Why? I had enough with the last 2 buggers I had.
Was she not angry that he had his penis stuck in a milk bottle?
Oh, aye, definitely.
OK, so she said leave it a bit.
Till it cools off.
Till
leave it, like, drops off sort of thing.
Right.
No, but it wouldn't.
Oh.
So all his brother done was he hit it with a hammer. Right, to get it off. But he's cut it. And he won't go to the doctors or nothing, so she'll tell him to put TCP on it.
Oh.
And he's put a bandage on, but his brother reckons that the cut's really kind of deep and he won't go.
Jeepers. Oh, you don't mess around with that.
Exactly, so she's telling him to go to the doctors or just go to the hospital, but he'll not go, so, I mean, it's not getting any better.
There you go. We got Cyril on the line. You know, talked about heroes. Well, one of my heroes is a gentleman by the name of Cyril. He's a mountain man, lives up in Concert, and through all of his struggles, and tragically lost his wonderful lady not too long ago, and he has continued in a magnificent and dignified and joyous way, and lives his life the way that I hope when I reach a certain age that I could follow in his footsteps, because I think he's amazing. Cyril, hello!
I remember that night when I sent you the email and you had to take a break, didn't you?
I did, absolutely. I know, you're very kind.
Well, I'm 83, Alan, and I'm still walking all over the place.
Good man.
I go swimming twice a week. I don't go as high as I used to on my walks.
Right.
And I don't go as far as I used to, but I still enjoy them and I have a good time. And I just thought I'd say thanks and everything. I hope everything goes right for you, because nothing stays the same. We've all got to move on, Alan.
Absolutely.
If one door closes, another one opens, you know.
That's the plan. Thank you.
Well, I mean, I've been in this flat where I am now, a lovely flat, for 3 years this month.
Right.
And I was only going in because I could take my little cat there.
Right.
But unfortunately, my little cat, I had to put it to sleep about a month ago.
Oh, I'm sorry, mate.
And I booked it to take it to the vets at 5:30. And believe it or not, at 5:15, I got a cat carrier to put her in. And she was behind a settee, and she died behind the settee.
Oh, blimey.
So that was that. So I just finished up taking her to the crematorium myself and move on. I give all that stuff away. And But things happen differently, Alan. That was a month ago.
Right.
And believe it or not, towards the end of March, I couldn't believe what I was saying. I mean, we had some good weather at the end of March, didn't we?
We did, yes, absolutely.
And I looked out the window, and there's a bloody hedgehog in the sunshine. And I said, wait, because we've got a lovely little lawn outside and a little wild garden at the back, you know. Mm-hmm. So I went down and said hello, and it was a big fat one. And it came back the next night, and I put some cat food that I had down for it.
Good man.
And you won't believe it, Alan. It vanished for about a fortnight, came out of hibernation, but the weather was too cold.
Right.
It's out again this week.
Brilliant.
And it's brought a little baby one.
Oh, wow.
I'm taking photographs of it. I'm trying to tell everybody in the flats about it. And I was out for a walk a week past Saturday. I didn't get back till about 4 o'clock in the afternoon. And up the lift and along to my door. And there's something on my doorstep. I thought, what the hell is that? I haven't ordered anything off Amazon. And it's a blue bag of hedgehog food. No name on it, delivered it. One of my neighbours had just donated it for us. Wasn't that lovely?
How nice. People are great, aren't they?
But they get better, Alan.
Right.
Because better than that, yesterday, my friend that I go walking with, he was a Sunderland supporter, so he was at the match. So I just took myself off with my bus pass and I had a lovely day out free of charge.
Right.
And when I got home, I thought, no, I'd better bring the hedgehog plate in, because what I've done is I've joined the British Society for the Preservation of Hedgehogs.
Hey!
That's a mouthful. And they say to find a quiet place in your garden or lawn and put some food out at dusk, you see. So I'd put it out the night before, but I'd never had time to bring the dish in.
Right.
So I got back about 3 o'clock and I go out to pick the dish up, and there's a baby hedgehog waiting for us to get fed.
Fabulous.
So I fed it, and Alan, it's been there 3 times today.
Great.
And another thing, I had a knock at my door about 6 o'clock last night, and it was a lady downstairs. She comes to see our mother, that's in her 90s, and she had a present for us. And she'd been to one of these garden centres and bought a hedgehog house.
Oh, what? That's tremendous.
So I take photographs of it, and I blow them up on me copier and printed so that the older people that here can see them that haven't got good eyes, you know.
Right.
So when we have our coffee morning, I pass them around.
That's great.
So I've got something else to look after now, you see.
That's lovely. That's really important. You keep on keeping on, Cyril. We love you.
I do. I'm not going to stop. I'm doing everything just the same, and I have no idea why I've been so lucky with my health and things like that. And
just enjoy.
You just take it as it comes, don't you?
Absolutely. That's the way to do it.
That's all you can do. Just get on with it.
That's what we'll be doing.
Anyway, it's been lovely all these years. In fact, when I was listening tonight, I'm thinking, good God, I used to listen to James Wales before.
Blimey, right.
And that's longer still.
Absolutely. Hey, but thank you for being with us, Cyril.
No bother, I'm sure we'll catch up sometime. I don't know what a podcast is, but if I Google it, I might find out, eh?
You might, absolutely. Hey, thank you for calling, Cyril. All the best.
Take care.
Thanks, man. Bye-bye. He's lovely. You can stay up to date with where I am and what we're doing every week by following us on Facebook and YouTube and Instagram. The Ghost Hunts are moving every Sunday night at 9 p.m. But if you become a supporter, and we would love you to do that, then you will get it live on the Wednesday night. It's Tuesday night this week, but it's normally Wednesday. Tuesday, just because the only night we can get into this particularly haunted place. So, you'll also get video chats and all of the other Ghost Hunts. You got a year's worth to rattle through if you become a supporter. And Robson's World, ton of stuff on there. Just have a gansy and look on there fairly regularly, because it's now changing more than ever before. We've got Donna from Jarrow up next. Hello, Donna.
Hiya.
Hello, love.
Right?
I'm good. Thank you very much for ringing.
Just absolutely devastated that your show is going off air, because it means so much.
Thank you.
Not only just to me, but I can imagine to many listeners out there, because you're an inspiration and you mean a lot to people.
I'm glad. That's my honour. Thank you. Appreciate it, Donna.
So, like I say, if we can plug anything that you're going to be on other than the radio, like, we'll follow you in.
Thank you. Well, I'm hoping to be back on digital and radio if everything goes according to plan. So I'm working on it at present. We'll keep our fingers crossed, but we're in a fairly positive place at the moment. So we have, as Frank Sinatra said, from many high hopes. So thank you very much. Just keep an eye open. Watch out.
Definitely will do. Thank you so much. And like I say, Jonas, thank you so much for who you are as a person and your inspiration. And like I say, you're just one in a million.
It's lovely of you to say. Thank you, Donna. Bless you. That's really nice. 0191 488 3188. Sean's with us as well in Wallsend. Hello, Sean.
You all right, Alan?
Yes, I'm good, mate. Thank you.
It was just a quick one, Alan. Just basically calling up because I know it's your final and all that. Just saying. Cheers for everything and all that. You've been entertained throughout the years since I was a kid and that.
That's brilliant. Well, thank you very much, Sean. Appreciate it. Thanks a lot. There you go. It's so difficult. I'm going to play this because it's the other side. We've tried very hard not to be bubbly, right? Because it's easy to be. We've got to count our blessings instead. I've got one of the funniest and rudest clips still to come, but this is from a lovely little girl called Annette, and it broke my heart. Now, you know, sometimes there are things that happen on night owls that really, really hurt the heart. Do you remember the story of little Annette? Annette was told by her doctor that she didn't have very long to live. She's just a little tiny girl. And her family wanted to take her to Disney World in Florida. And nobody would insure her in case she died on the journey. Well, we made a whole batch of calls and we pointed this out on the show. And people did come forward and say that they would provide insurance, specially worded insurance, to cover this little girl getting the chance to go somewhere very, very special indeed. We heard, we saw her off, and felt damn good about it. It was one of the best things we've ever done. And we've sent people all over the world for operations and all kinds of things, but nothing felt better than seeing that little girl's smiling face when she mooched her way through the departures lounge to get onto that plane to see Mickey. However, I've just had a letter that's kind of hurting a little bit. It says, "Dear Alan, on behalf of our entire family, the Browns, the Bartons and the Poolies, we just want you to know how grateful we are to you and your wonderful night owls. You'll remember that day last year when you saw us off at the airport when we took little Annette on her biggest surprise trip to Disney World in Florida. On getting there, the hotels and parks were so kind. The passes you told us were waiting at guest relations, and we all had the time of our life. The doctors who said she would be dead within 3 months were stunned to hear that she was travelling. Well, 19 months later, our brave little girl left us in her sleep. The leukemia was eating away at her. Her beautiful brown eyes seemed to sink into sockets, and we all knew she was going. I just can't thank you enough for everything you did. Even having a card in our hotel room on our arrival. From Mickey and Minnie saying how much they were looking forward to meeting her. Sorry. Meet her they did, at the castle for breakfast in the Magic Kingdom the next day. Every bit of magic was real to her, and she made it a job to meet every Disney and Universal character going. We have so many photographs to remember our gorgeous daughter. During the last month, all of our family came up to say goodbye, and 3 weeks ago she asked if she could wear her Mickey Mouse ears for bed. She was wearing them when she died. All the way through this, you stayed in the background. You've never asked for any thanks, and we love you for that. A newspaper wanted to do a story, but we're not that kind of family. Sorry. Just give me a second. Annette would have hated being pitied by the people in the street. I loved what you said when you first met her. Well, you've not got long with us. What you going to do while you're here? Nobody'd ever spoken that straight to her. Everybody else just treated her like a little girl. But she knew what was going on. The funeral was horrific. I apologise for not inviting you, but I knew you would be in Bermuda that week doing programmes. Since then, I've wanted so much to come in and just hug you, but didn't have the guts. We all love you so very much and want to thank you for giving us 16 more months with our daughter and giving us the trip of a lifetime, something we all cling on to forever. Another reason I'd not told you is that I know you will play that song, and on hearing it, I will know as a family that we have to get on with our lives. I think we're ready. God bless you, Alan. From Marie Brown and family. This is for Annette. So tempted to play the Joe Cocker song. We played Joe a little bit earlier and didn't want anything to be down, and I'm sorry if that upset. It was one of the highlights and lowlights that life give you. You know, they take the rough or the smooth. But however, talking about absolute highlights, can you believe this is one of my favourite unnaturally funny calls? He's got ectoplasm all over the sheets and all over the floor. Are you sure it's ectoplasm?
I don't know what else it could be. He's adamant it's a ghost.
How much is there?
There's not a lot. I mean, maybe it's a symbol, something like that, Alan.
Right.
So that's what he says. He's in all this Derek Acora stuff, and I thought I'd ring yourself.
Usually with ectoplasm, there's a bit more than that. There's a lot of other things that could possibly be, other than ectoplasm, depending on what he's watching.
Right. Well, right. I'll have a talk to him.
Have a chat with him. I think he needs a word on, definitely, that lad.
Well,
all right.
Thank you very much for your help, Alan.
You're more than welcome. Cheers. Now, on another topic, and I'm sorry about this, but anybody that's listening to Night Owls for any length of time, no matter what you're talking about, whether it's politics, whether it's war, whatever it is, we will eventually end up with a call about going to the toilet. It just happens.
Me and my mum were going to the chippy, and we're standing, and this old woman came over to her, and she started talking to her, and she's going, honestly, I don't feel well at all. And she's going, I just need to get to my friend's house. I think I need the toilet. And my mum's standing thinking, all right, okay. And she smelled a bit odd, and we're standing, she's going, honestly, I've got a really bad stomach. Right. And then she started telling me the story, and then all of a sudden I heard this noise, and then she went, I think I feel a bit better now. And she says, I think I need to get to my friend's house. She went, I don't know where it is. Could you give us some directions? Right. So she started talking, and then she turned round to show which direction it was, and she had this massive turd in her tights.
It had actually gone down a leg.
It slid out of her...
out of her pants, into her tights, down her leg. That is the most disgusting story I've ever heard. Oh, shit. And you said, and we thought we could smell it. And just, I feel better now. Well, sure. Oh, no. Oh, that's horrible.
I pulled myself loading the milk van up once. You know, when I was lifting it, I had my shorts on, it was a hot night. So you know when you're bending down to lift the crates on. I thought it was a fart, Alan.
Oh, no. Oh, dearie.
I souped myself. But,
dear.
All right, but it was just like, you know, when it's running down your leg. Must have been bad or something. But all I had on was my shorts, so I just had to take them off and jump back in the van. And I drove up. I was unable half a mile back to the house. So I drove up the M without it on. But if I'd get would have been alright. Hello, officer. You know what I mean? All I had on was my trainers and a t-shirt. But well, that's what the hell you do. I says, get that shower on.
I mean, she's 18 now, and she said she was about 16, and she was dying, and she had a poo outside and wiped her bum with a sock.
What, and then put it back on?
No, tried to suck away.
That's horrible. What kind of girl is she?
Well, it was funny when she told it. She was drunk.
She's a drunk minger.
But she was drunk.
She wiped her bum with a sock. Could she get clean with just one sock, or did she have to use both socks?
I don't know. She didn't tell us.
Because, you know, some people can manage, I don't know how, but just with like 2 sheets of toilet paper. Now, that's the equivalent of a sock, isn't it, really? So then if that's not enough, that's 2 socks. And then does she say, can you take your sock off, please? I'm not finished yet. Oh, what a horrible thought.
You know,
maybe that's what the sock shop. That's how they make their money, maybe.
And I was bursting against the toilet.
Right.
And there was no toilet roll. Oh, my God. Nearly an hour
I was sitting there waiting for bog roll.
That's shocking.
You know, you're dying to go to the toilet and you don't realise, you know, you don't look for the bog roll till you sit down.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Sometimes it's too late. So what happened then? I mean, the
bloke come in, he says, what's going on with you? I says, well, you gotta get some bog roll.
But by the time you finish, your bum's going to be all crusty, Sean. There'd have been a crust on it by then, Sean, surely. Fabulous stuff. We've also, of course, flown into the Bermuda Triangle in one of the planes that have most likely been sucked up and taken out. So we did a whole show on the Bermuda Triangle, flying into it into a storm on purpose in a Cessna. We have done many a thing, and you have always been there with just great, funny, blimey, the stories that we've had, and sometimes it's really horrible, horrible things. You're 13 years of age, you're doing your paper round, and what happens? You're just tootling along the street.
I just got bundled into the back of a van, woke up in what I would describe as a squat.
Uh-huh.
And I can't remember much because I was injected with drugs to keep us from making noises, and I was there for 2 days. The only reason I was found was because, as far as I can gather, my watch had fell off as they were getting us into the house, and a bin man found it.
Right.
And took it to the police station, and luckily it had my name on the back. Like my dad was getting it inscribed with my name on. And that's how they found us. They did get prosecuted. They got caught out. Actually, one of them got caught raping us when the police come in.
Oh, my goodness.
They got 10 to 15 years, a lot of them. No chance of parole, which was good because they're still there now. Well, some of them are anyway.
Yeah.
But I don't dwell on it. I don't sit and think about it. I've moved on with my life. I've moved out of the area it happened, which wasn't in the northeast at all. It was down south.
Horrific. How many of those have we heard over the years? Also, when people have special needs, even just the term I dislike, because we're all special in our own way. We've all got special needs of one kind or another. And yet, one of our regulars, and we've got a few, truthfully, one of them's Neil. And over the years, we used to have Night Owl of the Year, and it was always his desire to win it, and he did. And he always sang a song, and then he discovered falsetto. And on the night he discovered falsetto, we discovered it too with him, and it was one of the funniest things you've ever heard. Well, you've had crying songs, haven't we? We've had rock. Let's have the Gene from Reckington mix. Okay.
Are you listening this time? Well, up to 1, 2, 3. I'm walking in the air. I'm floating in the moonlight dream. The villages go by. The mountains going by. I'm holding very tired. The villages go by like la, 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 la. Suddenly looking out on an ancient deep, looking out on one mountain from his sleep. I'm walking in the air, I'm floating in the wind, la, 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 la. I'm walking in the air, I'm walking in the air.
Neil, that was way. Oh, Neil, that was
incredible.
I feel like, oh dear.
That was dedicated to Allard Jones.
Was it? Oh, that's lovely. Oh.
He'll be so pleased.
He will, absolutely. They're walking in the air, just amazing. And for those of you, I know there was a lot of you, you heard 2 or 3 calls even tonight from people saying, I had to keep the radio quiet because I didn't want my mum to come in. Even Chris mentioned that when he came in. And mums do come in.
First one, what is an animal with a backbone called? The answer was a vibrator.
No.
I'm getting big off me mum for being on the phone.
This is very ridiculous when you've got school. 1:25. No, I won't. I'm get to bed. I don't appreciate being woken up for a third night running by you and noising yet. Now get to bed.
Sorry about that.
See, Alex, get to bed, mate. Thanks for calling. Bye-bye. I feel chastised myself now. Now, the thing you didn't realise is we talk about amazing things that you could never imagine. We played just a clip out of hundreds of clips tonight, and in the clip, the woman said, you're talking to him at 1:25 in the morning, and it was exactly 1:25 when we played that clip. Not think that's spooky? I do. Ooh, that's just that's a blessing right there. It's something that will. It just means something good's going to happen, right? Now, talking about something good happening, I'm going to talk to Alison very, very soon. She's in Anfield Plain. Alison, just hang on in there. We'll be there real soon. 28 seconds. We've given away millions of pounds worth of prizes. Did I get them from the radio station? Never. We found them all. We went out, we talked to people, we blagged them, we got them, we gave them to you. The more prizes I got, the more we gave away. On one night, we gave away £4,800 worth of prizes to like 16 people out of 35 that rang in. Amazing. Just because we had them. So we dished them out. Every week, so many prizes. But when it came to the big holidays, we gave them away on Blade Runner super quizzes. Like this.
It's... Even though the sun
Hey! That's fantastic. Congratulations. 3 points. Get in. Fabulous stuff. And there's some calls that we know happened, and they always make you go,
And as I fell back, I got impaled on one of the taps.
Oh, what, a tap went into you?
The tap went right into me.
Oh, jeepers.
And it was a designer tap, and it was like a hook-type tap, so
you were stuck?
When it went in, I couldn't get back out.
Oh, what?
But it never actually went... Well, it did go in somewhere, but it didn't go in anywhere like through my skin. It went through the rectum.
Oh, no!
Oh, yes.
Oh, dear me. Was it the hot one or the cold one?
That was the cold.
Oh, dear. So you had to tap up the bum? Oh, my goodness. So what did... And it was a hooky thing, so once you're actually on the tap,
yep,
you can't get off the tap.
No.
So what did they do? Did they have to actually unscrew or saw the tap off?
It was quite embarrassing at the time. All I can say is I like how Northumbria Fire Department actually coped with that. And I'm just glad that there was no TV cameras there.
No. Oh, my goodness. Has it damaged your aperture?
It had for about a year, but after that everything's fine now, and I'm going regular as clockwork.
Right.
But at the time...
When you go to the loo, do you run hot or cold?
They're both really, Alan. At the time it was.
Oh, dear. I've never heard of anything like that before. There we are. This is the thing about night owls. We always hear stuff that we'd never possibly believe, and yet it happens to people. And Alison from Anfield Plain is up next. Hello, Alison.
Hi, Alan.
Hello,
How
love.
are you doing?
I'm good. Thank you very much for asking.
Good. I just wanted to come on and just thank you so much for squeezing us in, just to say thank you.
And you're welcome.
For building a community that's spanned my whole lifetime. And it's just, I just wanted you to remember that over the next few weeks, before things get going again, however you want to get them going, that we are there for you.
Thank you.
That we are out there in the dark, and we are your family.
I know
and we all love you dearly, and we will be there. As soon as something starts up again, I think everybody, we are behind you. We are there for you.
Well, thank you, Alison.
And I
I
just
really
wanted
appreciate
to come
it.
on to remind you. Sending you big love and big hugs to you and all the team, and just can't thank you enough from the bottom of my heart for everything.
I bounce that back at you. Thanks, Alison. Take care, love. Talk
See you
soon.
later.
Bye-bye.
Love you. Bye.
Lovely, 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 lovely. Right, so I think change happens. Yeah. And it's never quite what you would think. And sometimes life is horrific and hard. And I will endeavour to be there for you next time round.
How many tablets? You'll have an idea. Was it 2? Was it 10? Was it 20? What have you taken?
About 40, I think.
You've taken about 40. I'll talk to you at any time. At any time. But you've taken 40 tablets. I want you to go with the police now to the hospital now. Promise me. Hey, look.
I can't do it.
We've been mates for a long time. You've been part of what I've done all over the place, all over the north. I want you... Yeah, I've never asked you to do a thing for me, have I? Have I ever asked anything of you?
No.
I'm asking you now, as a friend, go with the police to the hospital and get sorted out.
I'll
Promise me that you'll do this for me, this one thing.
I'll try my best. I'll not promise I'll try my best.
Okay, now go with the police now. Thanks for coming on. Go.
He went. And one of the early calls that was one of the funniest things I've ever heard was about a daisy. Now, daisies come on little green stems when they're young, and the green stem is very, very soft. However, if you leave a daisy a long time, that little green stem turns into hard, scratchy wood, as this guy found out.
When you say, I know somebody that put a daisy up his peni, you're kidding, aren't you?
No, he tried to pull it out and it wouldn't come out, because you know how there's like those tiny sticks on it, and like it'll go one way but it won't let it come out the other way, so he had to go into hospital and get it cut open.
No, tell me this isn't true, please.
It is.
Oh my God. So, could you imagine the conversation at the desk in the hospital? Excuse me, I got a daisy stuck up my penis. Oh, boy. And he had to have it cut open.
Yeah. He had to have stitches in it as well.
Oh, that'll teach you.
Now, we told you that every single song that we play has particular significance tonight. Absolutely. And please try and listen to every single word. They are meant with love. And a piece of music now that is particularly appropriate. It's also from somebody who's been on the show, someone that I've loved for years. Diamond David Lee Roth, who used to be in Van Halen. And it was said before by Cyril, who came on, that for those of you that are down and sad, don't be sad tonight. Don't be sad. Be uplifted, because we've had 40-odd years of amazing, which is more than you could ever have dreamt.